Oh, yeah. Yeah. What's up, everybody? What's up? How's it going? Welcome to the KillJoy Jake YouTube channel. I am your host, Bill Murray from Caddyshack. That is my name. Don't wear it out. What's up, everybody? What's up? Dark Road is here. Happy birthday. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you. John Smith. What's up, John Smith? Drinking tons of beer down in Texas. Heck yeah, John. Stay safe, my dude. Stay safe, John, but have fun, too, at the same time. Thank you. I appreciate that. We have a crazy show for you guys tonight. It's going to be awesome. I've got a bunch of fun people. We got Brandon from I Like Scary. He's already here. I'm going to introduce him. We're bringing him out in a second. I just want to say hi to everybody first. And then we're going to get this crazy show on the road. It's going to be awesome. Peter's film is here, too. What's up? How's it going? Welcome. I see some great questions from some of you that I'm already starring. We're going to save those for later on. We got some awesome surprise guests, like I said, so might want to stick around. It's going to be a good one. It's going to be a good little stream today. What's up? How's it going? Blythen, what's up? Dr. Andy's here. What's up? Happy birthday. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm 39. I turned 39. Isn't that crazy? God. Big 40 coming up next. 36. Oh, we got a youngin' here. I'm turning 20. Okay, you got me. Turning 24. What's up? What's up? Happy birthday. Thank you. Oh, you're singing to me, Rosabella. Thank you. I appreciate that. And we also got Coop the Oof. If I didn't just blow out your eardrums. Got a lot of energy. I'm so sorry. Everybody. I'm going to be on fire tonight. I see a bunch of other people, and I will say hello to all of you. A big collective hello. Welcome. All right, let's get the cool music going on. And I want to introduce my first guest, a very good friend of the channel. I was in his live stream earlier today. Mr. I Like Scary. What is up, my dude? How's it going?
Man, what's up? I'm doing good, man. I'm happy to be here, man. Happy birthday, bro.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Hell yeah.
Man.
I'm excited to talk Halloween Ends and just everything, whatever the fuck else we want to talk about. So it's going to be good.
Same, man.
Hell yeah, dude. Good stuff.
Yeah.
We got Hellfire Munson already with the $20 super chat, too. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Saying, what's up, man? Happy birthday. Can't stay. Taking my little brother to Spirit Halloween. See you in the next one, man. Have a great birthday and a great stream. Love you. Thank you. I love you, too. We appreciate that. Hellfire Munson. Hell yeah. Good stuff. So, Brandon, we had some really good conversation earlier on your stream about Halloween Ends. How is this? How are you feeling about all this? What's your mindset on this new movie so far?
Man, I'm all over the place with it, to be honest. You know, we can go all type of ways at this point with all the speculation, and we getting some TV spots here and some promotion and marketing starting to start up. I just wanted to, end the way it started. I want to have a handshake out the theater. I'm open to getting new stuff. I'm open because you don't want it to be so repetitive that it's like, oh, it's the same old. So I'm digging what they have going right now. I just hope it's what we're thinking it is and not something that out of space, and it's like, oh my, no, this is not what it is. And we walk out the theater and I'm like, hey, Jake, man, what did we just watch? Like, what's going on?
Right? I really hope it's not that. I'm so hoping it's something where it's like, this makes sense. Bringing in this Corey character wasn't for nothing. It was like, oh, this was purposeful. Okay, this makes sense. It makes sense for them to do that. That's great. Yeah. We also have Ilum here throwing in a buck. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. That's gonna make old Jay cry. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. So we got some really good comments too from some people that I've already starred. Just want to throw out some crazy questions and all that, which I think that might be fun just to start it off while we're waiting for everybody else too. So we got Anakin here, who does not have the high ground, saying, happy birthday, Jake. Thank you. Hope you have a great one. Also, out of every final girl in cinema history, who is your favorite minus Sidney Prescott? Kind of hard to argue with that, but Brandon, I'll let you go first. And then real quickly, we have another guest who just popped in. We'll add him to the stream right now. Knight from the Night Watch Zone. What's going on, my dude? What's up?
What's up, guys? What's up? Happy birthday, Jake.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Much love, brother. What's up, Brandon?
What's up, Knight, man? What is up, man?
I'm just chilling, man. Just chilling. I wanted to jump on here for a little bit and wish my boy a happy birthday. And yeah, it's good to be able to hang out with you guys for a little bit.
Hell yeah. I almost forgot the best part. I have a mermaid hat that I'm going to be wearing for the stream. So there we go. See, I almost that's like the best part. I almost forgot about it. So
nice.
I don't know how I'm going to keep the headphones on, but there we go. Yeah, I look fantastic. But I want to throw this question at you guys first. Who's your favorite final girl out of from all time? Just anything. Brandon, Knight, whoever wants to take that first.
Mine is Jamie Lee Curtis, man. I feel like she's untouchable. Yeah, Jamie Lee, man.
Yeah, man, I gotta go with Jamie Lee. I mean, just the longevity and just, I mean, you know how much I just adore Halloween 78, and you know, just doing it for as long as she's been doing it. I mean, don't get me wrong, I absolutely love Neve Campbell. Sydney's right there, but if I had to just pick one, which would be difficult, but I gotta go with Jamie Lee Curtis. I gotta go.
Ooh. Nice. Good stuff.
Yeah,
some hot takes.
Brandon's like, yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Good stuff. I think I gotta go with Sydney. I hate to be the devil's advocate here, but I think I do gotta go with Sydney Prescott.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's good.
It's a tough one though. It's kind of it's like, damn, there's so many good final girls. You know, it's like, which one do you go with? Ellen Ripley too is another just a great one that doesn't get talked about enough. I'm like, oh, that's a great one too. That actually might be my number one now that I think about it. But lots of good ones, lots of good ones though.
Absolutely.
And we got a bunch of more people here too. I didn't get to say hi to everybody, but I do want to say hello to some of my awesome channel members. Locked, what's up? Mermaid, but you don't look like Ariel. Well, I do have a hat that says, let's celebrate. Oh God, I want to die. I just want to, God. I'm so depressed. But also, Sonu Puppy saying there's been an update on the next Cloverfield movie. I'm actually very excited for that. That seems fucking dope. Got to look into that a little later for sure. What the fuck is up with this new Nightmare film? I hope something. I hope some news is happening with that. That would be great. Blucka's in the chat. What's up? Happy birthday. Thank you. I appreciate that. And also some good advice from Lily. Don't take brownies from a drug dealer. There we go. You know, lots of good stuff in the chat here. Very valuable information. I love it. Jennifer's also wishing me a happy birthday. Thank you. I appreciate that. And then let's get another question going though. Let's get this horror talk going. Have you guys seen Jeepers Creepers Reborn yet?
No.
Not yet.
Look at Brandon. Brandon's seen it though.
Oh man.
Hey, man.
Any thoughts you want to express about that masterpiece, or?
Let me just keep it real short. You know. Worst horror movie ever. Worst horror movie ever. It was almost like I think I dead ass seen fan films that was better than that. Like I was like, because you know the Terrifier 2 is coming out, right? And where I stay, they got the premiere coming out, so I used my little credits for Reborn. I'm like, oh yeah. I'm like, I almost want to have my credits back, you know, like I almost want to say, hey, give me my credits back, man, because now I have to pay cash for Terrifier 2, and it's like, what's up, man? What's going on with that? You know, you're comfortable enough to put this out in theaters. What the hell, man?
Yeah,
I gotta say, you know.
That's a good. I agree with that review pretty much. I would concur with that. And Knights, you did not have to do that, my dude. I appreciate that. So honored to be your friend and celebrate with you. Well, thank you. I'm honored to be your friend, man. It's always great streaming with you. So thank you. Thank you.
Like I said, man, I don't want to get too mushy. You know how I get though, but all seriousness, you've always been such an amazing person. Like obviously a great content creator, that goes without saying, but seriously, man, you've always been just so cool, down to earth, and if they can learn anything about you, I'd love them to know that you've always been like just so cool to every single person, dude. Seriously, and I've always loved that about you. Seriously.
Thanks, man. That means a lot. Thank you so much. I'm gonna start tearing up here in a second. Goddamn.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry.
I really appreciate you guys a lot, and I wanted to make a big point with tonight's stream too. I have a bunch of people coming still, and I just want to say, like, with all you guys, I want this to be a celebration of you guys more than anything. Like, this whole channel would be nothing without my awesome friends in this community. You guys are amazing. Love every single one of you, and especially you guys too. Thank you so much. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it.
Definitely.
Hell yeah.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah. It's gonna be a lot of love. It's gonna be very mushy tonight, so I apologize. It's supposed to be a dark.
That's how we get.
right. It's got to be this dark, scary horror stream, and then we're talking about how much we all love each other. So I don't know. It's gonna be crazy, but. But Bexa asks, is there any particular horror film you watched for your birthday? And this doesn't just, once again, this doesn't really just apply to me either. This applies to everybody. We're going around the table with this question. Is there, and Brandon, I'll let you start with this one. Is there any particular film that, like, specifically on your birthday, you're like, this is the one I want to watch. This is like my birthday cozy movie.
If I have to pick, it'll probably have to be like Halloween 2018.
Oh,
I can watch
okay.
that movie all the time, like over and over. So I'm gonna go Halloween 2018 or like 78 or something.
Oh, nice, man. That's a great choice, man. Those are very comfy movies. I love them.
Well, I don't really have one particular, one. I mean, my birthday is right after Halloween, so I definitely watch horror movies. But, and it could be a Halloween movie, probably 78, or Halloween 2, 81. 2018 is great as well. Kills is fun. But sometimes, man, I'll watch something that isn't horror, whether it be, and I know you'll appreciate it, Jake, whether it's Lord of the Rings or, something like that, man. So I'm all over the place.
That's one I frequent that one a lot too. Like, that's just a cozy, fun movie. I'm like, this is so awesome. It's so epic and just like, it's so emotional too towards the end. It's great. It's just a really well done trilogy. Horror movies specifically, that's tough, man. I kind of agree with you guys. Halloween's one I go to a lot. The first two, like, actually, speaking of Jeepers Creepers, those first two movies I'll put on from time to time. I love the original. I see someone talking about Candyman. Like, fuck yeah, I love Candyman. And my God, Jennifer Armstrong throwing $50 in there. Jennifer, thank you. I appreciate that. Have some chicken nuggets on you. Oh, Jennifer, This is the best day of my life. I'm going to buy so many chicken nuggets. The people at McDonald's are going to fucking hate me. Oh my God, this is great. Some might even say that I'm on a quest for chicken nuggets.
Salutations. I am in dire need of travelers who might be interested in a quest.
I love it.
There we go. I've been waiting to use that clip for way too long. Anyways, getting back. Jennifer, thank you so much. I greatly appreciate it. That means a lot. Thank you. But original, throwing this around, we never really talked too much about Candyman. We had the movie last year, the new one, but how do you guys feel about just the Candyman series in general? Is there anyone that really sticks to you? Are you guys like, fuck yeah with this one, or like, whatever with it? How do you guys feel about it?
Well, the original to me is an absolute masterpiece. When the new movie was coming out, I talked about the original and stuff like that, and they were just amazing. Tony Todd was amazing. Virginia Madsen, holy crap, she was just magnetic in that role. The music, the cinematography, the direction, the everything, the tension, the atmosphere. It's a fantastic movie. After that, we started to kind of move into some different directions. Tony Todd is always great in the role, but you guys know what I'm saying. We moved into some different directions. You can enjoy the other two, for what they are. They really started to try to turn Candyman more into a slasher, which I think that was a mistake, but that was a sign of the times for horror movies at that point. The new one, I'm still absorbing the new one. I think they did some good things in it. I liked a lot of things. The one thing that I thought was a mistake is, I thought and I don't want to spoil it, but I thought we could have had more of a certain character than, a little bit. And that would have really lifted it up for me more. But the first one is a masterpiece.
Yeah. I mean, I just remember Candyman as a kid because I'm young. I'm 25. It just scared me. You say his name in the mirror type of thing. I love Tony Todd. It was just deep. Watched it growing up. It was so deep, and it was just one of those ones that for me it was kind of in the back. I was more of a Michael Myers, Freddy, Jason, Ghostface, but I did watch it a few times. It was just wow. It was wow horror for me. You get some scenes in there, and you're looking like, that is crazy, man. And even in the new one, like you said, it was cool. They try to be different and stuff with it, which I kind of enjoyed. But I agree with everything Knight said. Just that one person should have been in it a little more and better. So that's my opinion on it.
I agree with you guys. I love the original. For like Tony Todd's amazing, Virginia Madsen's amazing. That fucking sequence when she wakes up and like the dog's head is just fucking severed. Oh god, that's like, it's so upsetting. It's such an instantly upsetting movie, and it's very well done. The score. Another thing about that movie is the score is amazing. Like I love when you're just drawn into a film like Halloween or like even Scream, but that's another movie like that doesn't get talked about enough. The score is just, it's so entrancing. I love it. It's great. I like the new one. The new one's growing on me. I didn't love it at first, but the more I watch it, the more I'm like, okay, this is pretty cool. Different kind of tone with the score. The cinematography is a lot like wider and like really pretty too. I love that opening sequence with the upside down buildings and all that really cool stuff from that movie. It's growing on me though. I agree with you guys though. It feels a little uneven. Like there are some points where it's like, oh, this is crazy. This is awesome. The ending with our guy's right there, right at the end. But like that's awesome. Like, but then there's other points. Why don't we
see more of this guy?
Right. It's almost frustrating. You're almost just like, oh, come on.
Right.
But yeah, no, I liked Candyman 2022. I think I need to watch it a few more times though, but I don't think it was perfect either. I was kind of expecting like Jordan Peele level, like, oh, this is gonna be crazy. He's they had his name plastered all over it. I was expecting this to be like fucking awesome, and it was just it was okay. It was good. It was passable, I think, but I liked it. But Wayne is disappointed that I'm not live streaming for my birthday at a hospital. Doing a watch party of the movie House Shark, which is phenomenal if you guys have not seen. The greatest horror film maybe ever made. I'm glad I'm not in a hospital. I would probably be like dying or something, or have like a broken bone. That would kind of suck personally. Right. But Wayne, I'm sorry to disappoint. Like I'm so sorry. God. But what else do we got here? What other questions? What other questions do you want answered from these peeps? What else? Jen's in the chat. Jen's here. Sorry for my silence. Literally just walked in the door. That's all good, Jen. Just welcome to the stream. It's all good.
Hey,
we're just glad you're here.
Jen?
Welcome everyone. Also, okay, here to counteract that other question about the final girls. Who's your favorite final boy? final man, child, dude, whatever.
Oh man. Well, that's a tough one. Wow. I don't know, man. I mean, does Norman Bates count? No, I'm just joking.
Are you? So my question now is: are you rooting for Norman Bates when you're watching Psycho?
I'll tell you what, man. And I was kind of joking, but in Psycho 2. In Psycho 2, which is an absolutely underrated, underappreciated horror sequel, Anthony Perkins put on such a great performance, and I won't ruin it, but in that movie, you can't help but root for Norman Bates. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a fantastic sequel, and I know it's from way back in the day, but it's great. It's absolutely great.
It's been a minute since I've seen it, but I do really. I remember liking some of the Psycho sequels. I never saw the fourth one, which I think is like isn't that like a kind of a prequel or something that like flashes back?
Yeah, they flash back, to his childhood. This was before Bates Motel. I thought it was actually pretty good. It had some good stuff in it. You had, I think it was it Henry Thomas that played him? I think it was Henry Thomas that played young Norman Bates.
Oh, okay.
Point. But anyways, but it was pretty good. It didn't have as much Anthony Perkins in it as I wish.
Yeah.
But it was pretty good.
Hell yeah.
Pretty good. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I'm always down. Yeah, like Anthony Perkins is like anything with him. I'm like, I'll watch it.
Yes.
And thankfully, some of those Psycho sequels are like badass. Yeah, like you said.
Yes.
So we got some love for that from Brett James Bishop here. Hell yeah. Welcome to the stream, by the way.
Hey.
Welcome. Some good stuff. Now, Knight, before you came on the stream, me and Brandon were talking a little bit about Halloween Ends, and I just want to throw this question at you real quick too. Where are you mentally with this film? Like, are you excited for it? Are you like kind of on the fence? How do you feel about it now?
Look, all I know is this is October the 14th. That whole weekend, it's going to be, the excitement level is at a max because, I'm going to be seeing the movie that afternoon. I'll be talking about it. We'll be talking about it on the collective. I'm probably going to be messaging you and Brandon and Steven and Tyler and the crew, and be like, okay, what do we think? And, I'm going to be watching it on Peacock. I'm going to be honest that, yes, there is some concern, fanboy concern from me, but I'm still going to go into it, just pretty much ready to absorb what they do. And I've said it before, I'm going to keep saying it. It's hard for me to believe that this movie is going to be totally off the cliff when you consider what 2018 and Kills was for me and my taste. So it's just hard for me to imagine that this one's going to be a total crap show, as some people are afraid it is or will be or whatever. So I'm still optimistic and I'm totally excited, man. I'm ready to go.
Hell yeah! I appreciate the optimism. That's good stuff. That's good stuff. I'll be honest, I put out kind of a pessimistic video, my last Halloween video. It was a little like kind of a downer. I'm like, man, what are they doing with Corey Cunningham? That was my big thing. I'm like, what the fuck they cannot fuck this up. And Brandon, I want to ask you this question first. Are they going to fuck up Corey Cunningham? Like, do you think, like, is this like, okay, this is, they have to do, they're doing it right. They're doing it right, or maybe they're not doing it right. How do you feel about that?
I'm afraid that they're going to OD Corey Cunningham, because when you think about it, this character is getting stuffed in the final movie of a trilogy. He's just now getting introduced to it, so that kind of makes me think like you're going to have to bring him front line as soon as the movie starts for us to get invested in him. You're going to have to like rush a lot of emotion and attachment into this character. I just don't want him to chew up all the screen time, and I'm afraid of that. That's what I'm really scared of, because they might feel like they love Rowan Campbell, but we might not care for him. We might like get off the screen. We want Michael. We want, So I'm afraid of that he's going to be there in unnecessary times just because there's stuff in him in the movie.
Right, and just like to kind of shoehorn him in there, to make something work. It's bizarre to me. I'm so worried they're gonna focus the whole movie on that, and it's crazy. It sounds whack, but thankfully we have someone now who has just joined us, who is the biggest Halloween Kills fan I have ever met in my entire life.
God. We know who that is.
the wonderful and so peaceful Tyler from Fate Decided. What is up?
What is up? I am the Halloween expert. Halloween Kills.
Oh, trash. Lord.
He loves Halloween Kills. Yeah, he can just hang out there. Thank you.
Happy birthday, man. I'm happy for you.
I appreciate it. I got my mermaid hat. I'm loving life. It's great. So
You're what? You're 46 now?
39.
39? Oh, that was close.
Big 40s next year. I'm excited.
I was right there.
You're looking good, brother. You're looking good.
If only. What are we talking about?
We're talking a little bit about Halloween Ends, and of course we got some love for Halloween Kills in the chat, which I knew you would appreciate. But so with Halloween Ends though, and I'll throw this question at Night and then Fate, however you guys want to answer it, doesn't matter. How do you feel about like where are you at right now with Corey Cunningham? We've seen some more of him in this latest TV spot that just came out and all that. There's a lot more things to consider about his character. What the fuck's going on here? Give us something, guys. What can we talk about with this?
Let Fate go on that.
it's hard to know until the actual like movie comes out. You know, I'm hoping that they're just kind of like throwing curveballs all over the place and that, you know, we get some structure. I don't know. I just one thing, so like the trailer was playing. I was watching some of the college games and one of the trailers was playing, and I noticed that I didn't notice this the first time I saw it, but Laurie says that Michael vanished without a trace for 4 years. So that means that she doesn't believe he's dead. She knows he's alive, stuff like that. And so I don't know. I'm trying to piece this together, but it just kind of seems like it's pointing in a direction that I'm not looking forward to. But hopefully we like, look, at the end of the day, it's the final installment. Give us a good story, good characters, good good direction, and then good conclusion. Because this is supposed to be the last film we have with Jamie Lee Curtis. So I just want to leave that film, even if I don't like it, I want to leave the film thinking like they did her justice. Mm-hmm. You know, I want to leave the film feeling like, okay, like I wasn't big on the movie, but you know what? Like they did Jamie Lee Curtis right by this. That's probably my biggest concern about this. Like, you know, because the movie's terrible and Jamie Lee Curtis, like they just didn't do a good job with her. I'm gonna be pissed. Like, so the movie sucked, and you had the last chance to make her like just right off, not sell off in the sunset character wise, but just like her as an actress portraying that role. This is a big moment for Halloween fans, and I don't want to see them butcher it. But
don't mess it up.
Can I say one thing though? I have this feeling, and I agree with what you're saying. You know, I want this to be a good send-off for Laurie Strode, no matter what her ultimate fate is. You know, I think this movie, and we talked about this for months before we saw anything of trailers, but we talked about how this could be a really good role, you know, for Laurie Strode, you know, because obviously Kills, you know, she took you know, the back seat, so to speak. But Jamie Lee Curtis is like, unless she's like super trolling everybody, I mean, she seems to be very comfortable, you know, with how things turned out with this movie, and of course, you know, there might be some exaggeration, but just talking about how, you know, the role, it's a beautiful way to end it, and this and that. She could be trolling us, but I think they'll do justice to Laurie Strode. I don't know about everything else, but I think they're going to do justice to Laurie Strode.
You don't think it's rose-covered glasses on her part? You know what I mean? Because she's like you see in the behind the scenes thing, right? She's sitting there and she's talking about how, like, you know, like she's literally crying as she's talking to them because she's like, this was my family for 3 years through the pandemic, through everything, and I got to keep seeing it. You know, so she's not looking at it. She's probably not looking at it from an unbiased perspective.
Well, that's true, of course.
Audience she's looking at it as like, this is my family. I've built this relationship over the last, you know, 4+ years. You know, I've plus, you know, the before production and stuff like that, because they worked with her, they spoke to her, all that stuff. So she's worked directly, all that stuff. She loves these people. You know, it's like your friend. It's like, you know, you release a new song, and it's like, you don't want to say it's trash because it's your buddy. So you're like, you know, like, hey, man, you know, great, that was awesome.
So good,
man. You should release
great stuff.
Yeah, like, you know, that's like, I'm not saying that that's the case, but I'm saying it's definitely something I feel you gotta kind of keep in mind at least.
Yeah, no, I agree. But if someone had give me a choice one way or the other, I would think there's a lot of truth in you know, how she at least how she feels about the character, and we do know that she really cares about this character. I think that's one thing that we can agree on. So I think they're going to do justice with her. I really do. The rest of the movie, you know, I don't know. I mean, obviously James Drew Courtney is going to do what he does. Hopefully there's enough of it, like you guys said.
Yeah.
One more thing, like, so Million said none of us are looking at this stuff without bias. It's a different kind of bias, though. It's not a fan perspective. Like, you're talking about, it would be like if, I don't know if you have a brother or a sister or an uncle or whatever, he could be the worst at something, but to you, it's better than what it is. you know, like the entire world could think it's absolute dog shit, but because it's somebody that you care about, it's somebody you look at as family, it's somebody that it's not the same as like, you know, yeah, we have biases as from a character perspective and, you know, as fans of Halloween, but it's not the same bias because we're not personally connected to the development, the process, the people, the everything. You know, if the movie's bad, you're probably going to say it was a bad movie, where it's not, it's a completely different type of bias. I just thought that was a good comment and a good point to kind of explain that off.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Hell yeah. Well, gentlemen, let's knock out a few more questions because this chat's killing it tonight. Y'all have some great questions. Y'all are making me think. Nice. First off, I guess I'm just really fucking with everybody's heads tonight. Is Jake really 39? I thought he was like 25. Well, I may appear like I have just turned 24, but I'm actually 39. Yes, for sure. That's definitely a thing. I promise that. Anyways, moving forward. Was anyone other than me disappointed with Halloween Kills? The gore, the kills, amazing. Tommy Doyle was way over the top to me. Anyhow, Fate, don't speak too soon.
I'll let everyone go. I'll go last.
Brandon, I'll let you start this one off. Disappointed with Halloween Kills? Question?
I actually enjoyed Halloween Kills. I liked it because it was Michael's movie. You know, it was, in my opinion, it was his movie to show out. Now, it did have some cringy ass shit, man. I'm gonna tell you that right now. The dialogue was, you know, a hair scratcher.
Evil dies tonight.
I think Michael kind of picked up the pieces. Every time you see him on a screen, you're like, oh shit, you know. And I think he kind of saved the movie. But everything in the hospital, the evil dies tonight, and all that shit, in the mob scene. I liked it though. I enjoyed it. Was it my favorite? No, but I enjoyed it because of Michael and the kills and the situation. I love the ending more than anything. But other than that, you know, I don't know, man. It's like it's not my favorite. Just
middle of the road. Middle of the road. Okay. Yeah. All right. I feel you. Hell yeah. Knight, how you feeling about Halloween Kills? Best movie ever, or meh?
I think we know how I feel. I mean, look, this movie was a good time. It really was. Again, I agree with what Brandon said. You know, there were some crazy moments. We could have, and I've said this 1,000 times, but we could have, you know, probably eliminated about 8 minutes, you know, of the hospital. We could have, you know, eliminated about 8 evil dies tonight. But other than that, man, this was Michael's movie. This was Haddonfield's movie. And at the end of the day, it's a slasher in a 45-year-old franchise. I had a blast with it. James Jude Courtney, like, this is the movie that really solidified it for me with James Jude Courtney. I was just like, wow. He is literally out Nick Castled Nick Castle. I'm
nice.
just saying, man. And I love the fact that Nick Castle is right there with him, just basically saying, "Yep, take the torch, bro." Yeah. You know, I mean, you've never seen that, you know, in a Halloween, you know, movie. In these Halloween movies, it's usually just, the next person is doing it, the next person is doing it, and you never really had a lot of continuity. So again, I appreciate the care through all of these movies, but specifically about Kills. The recreation scene, I mean, come on. I could have had another 15-20 minutes of that alone. But yeah, I enjoyed Kills. It's not the best in the franchise, but it's definitely, and I swear to goodness and all that I love, it is not the worst in the franchise. Yeah. It's not even close to the worst.
Yeah. It's not the worst, it's like third.
Stop it. Stop.
We're just talking now. He's like, these.
So Fate, where would honestly, where would you rank? Because I think everyone at this point knows you just despise this movie. Where would you rank Kills overall in this?
No, I mean, I think it's better than. I definitely think it's better than like Resurrection. I think it's better than like was it Part 2, Rob Zombie's Part 2. One of those, the one that was really bad with the white horse or whatever. That whatever,
I'm starting to like Rob Zombie's Halloween too. Just wanted to put that out there. I'm just saying.
Hey, we can all be wrong sometimes.
We can all be wrong, I guess.
Even on your birthday.
Damn! I bring him onto my birthday stream. Guys roasted me. No.
That's the worst decision ever. I'll try to be nice because it is your birthday. No, I won't. Come on.
Yeah, I don't care.
You didn't bring me on here to be nice. No, look, I still think I think it's better than like, you know, at least like 2 or 3 of the movies. Like it's definitely not the worst one, but it's not great. Like it's just like, look, maybe if they extended that, you know, flashback scene to 1 hour and 45 minutes, maybe it would have been a good movie, you know, but they did it. It was only like 10 minutes, you know, and I mean, it was exactly what you kind of expected it to be. I just, I would have liked a little more addition to the plot, a little more lore, you know, stuff like that. You know, that was my biggest problem. It's like Lori was basically, she was pushed further into the back burner and the hospital and stuff like that than in part 2. And that was the whole thing. Like Jamie Lee Curtis was like, I'll never do a hospital. And well, clearly she did. It's just like, you know, like this trilogy was, 18 was so focused on her and just like her story and what drives her and stuff like that, with Michael and stuff. And then to just like completely basically take her out of the film. Like she didn't need to be in that film at all. There was not really anything of like major significance that she like had importance to be in there. I feel like if you would have just, I wasn't against the Michael movie. Like that was fine. You could have done the Michael movie. It's just the way that it was executed and structured, I felt was just terrible. You know, I think it had highlights, it had moments. I've never denied that there were moments throughout that, like, yeah, were enjoyable. It had its gems, but I just think if we're judging the movie as an overall package, I think it's a really bad movie. I just think that, you know, it has some stuff, and I just think the stuff that was good in it, you didn't need to make that movie. You could have taken the, you know, 45 minutes or whatever, divvied it up between the 2 movies, or just reworked it and structured it differently. I just think it was just a really bad movie if you're looking at it in the whole scope, you know, like from a film perspective. I just don't think it was a good film. But
some hot takes, some white hot takes. I like it.
Somebody's got to be honest.
I like it.
You know?
Someone has to be honest, I guess. God damn. Now, The Blackest Eyes, though, if we're going to be honest about movies, still has not watched Morbius. And my God, was that thing a masterpiece. You might want to watch it quick before the sequel comes out, Morbius. That's it. That's what it's called. More of the BS. That's going to be it. Watch it, Blackest Eyes. It's great. Anyways. But one other movie we have not talked about yet, gentlemen, is Scream 6 coming out next year. Are we thinking? Are we gonna start getting promotional stuff for that here? That horror and Marvel freak is saying maybe October 4th with the re-release of Scream 2, like last year with Scream 5. Do we get some promotional material, maybe a trailer, teaser, something? How we feel about that?
I would hope so, man. That'd be like the perfect opportunity to at least, you know, kind of get this thing going a little bit. I'm not gonna hold my breath though. I'll tell you that, because like even with Scream 5, you know, when we were expecting certain things and it didn't happen. Although the marketing for Scream 5 I think was overall phenomenal. You know, it's just that trailer. We know what that trailer shouldn't have shown, but yeah, I think it's very possible on October the 4th we get something. You know, that would be fantastic.
Did we get anything for when they re-released Scream last year during like that, or was the marketing start to roll out after that? We got the poster,
right?
We got the first like official poster, like from them directly. Like before that, we had like the, you know, like the creepy duck design ones or whatever. But we got one of the first posters or whatever. Because when you went to the theaters, they had the QR code, so you could go and get the you know, the poster, download the digital poster and stuff like that. So we got the first like posters and stuff around that time. I mean, technically we got the first look at the mask from Scream 6. I don't know if you guys got that that image or if it went through or not, but yeah,
I made a little post about it.
You did?
I don't think I have.
So we got the first like look at the Scream 6 mask, which to me it looks the same. I mean, all of them usually are just slightly altered. To me, the mask looks like it's a little more sucked in and elongated, just slightly, not by much. But I mean, that could just be an illusion. But I think it might not be like right around the release of Scream 2, but I do imagine we get something this October, like just like a little teaser. It's probably not going to be like a teaser from like film for the movie, but maybe they got some B-roll, or maybe they just, film something with Ghostface or something real quick and just give you like a quick, like, it doesn't take much to like have Ghostface do a slash or something, and then it's just Scream 6, and then it's like, oh, like, something stupid, but to us, we're like, yay, like, like something like that. Like,
let's go!
Right? Yeah,
exactly.
That was a 2.5 second thing. It doesn't matter. Shut up.
I'm still excited.
Like, no, I do think we'd get something. I wouldn't be shocked if we got like if they could. I doubt this, but it'd be awesome if they could get like a little like 15-second teaser, like right before like Halloween ends. Like
that would be nice
in there at some point.
Nice.
Like that would be brilliant. I don't know. It's probably too fast of a turnaround for something like that, and especially to get it out to all the theaters and stuff like that. But anyway, wishful thinking. But yeah, I do think we'll get something. Maybe it's even just a poster. Maybe they just steal all the Creepy Duck design posters again and
just re-release them.
Just re-release them. I hope they got like paid or marketed for that, because they killed it in that poster market, and all of Scream 5's posters were from the Creepy Duck design posters. I mean, I know technically they don't have to pay them, but give them something. You know what I mean? Like, they did all the work.
Give them. Throw them something. Throw them a little something.
Right.
Brandon, how do you feel about all the Scream 6 marketing? When is this starting up?
One thing I will say about Scream marketing in general, they got some of the best marketing, especially for Scream 5. I mean, I'm like, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Halloween, take notes. And, I'm just telling the truth, man. They got some good marketing, and kind of to piggyback off what Fate and Knight said, I agree. It'll be a missed opportunity not to give us something on the 4th. You gotta start at some time though. You gotta give us something small to get us hyped up and get our gears going and stuff, because you don't want to wait too late. See how quick Halloween came. You gotta kind of kick it up right now. So I think we could get some. I think so.
It makes a lot of sense for them to do something for this anniversary, something ready for either maybe like Halloween Ends, something along those lines. But I do agree with Brett James Bishop here, saying the trailer hit the Tuesday. It could hit the Tuesday after the 25th anniversary of the original Scream, December 20th of this year. I could totally see that. Like, I feel like that's when we're going to get the first big thing. But like posters, weird promotional stuff, I bet we get in like late October, November area. Like, remember we did the Airbnb thing with Scream 5 last year? Like, that was really cool. It was like, what? Oh, you get to stay the night at Stu's house? They got something up their sleeves. I don't know what yet, but I bet we get something weird.
What kind of collaborations did you think they do this year? Because they did like the TikTok, you got the emoji, they did the Snapchat thing, they did the Airbnb thing, the Call of Duty thing. What else are they gonna do now? Like, because they got was brilliant. That was brilliant. Like, collaborating with all these big companies and have them marketing. And I bet you it didn't cost them anything, because I'm sure they could have done it for free. Like just threw something up and just said, here, like, let's do a collaboration. I'm sure that it probably didn't cost a ton. They were smart. Like,
dude, that Airbnb thing, I bet that cost them like basically nothing to do that, And it was this huge thing. It was like a huge story. Everyone was talking about it. It's like, you can stay the night at Stu's house. And probably only a handful of people got to do it, but it was just such a big story. Everyone was talking about it. Immediately started to build buzz even before the trailer had come out for the new Scream film. It's genius marketing. And this is goofy, but I actually think this wouldn't be a bad idea from Blucka, saying they'll probably infiltrate Fortnite now that it has some life back in it. I honestly think that's a great idea. Like, as goofy as that is, Ghostface in fucking Fortnite, I think would actually be great. It would fucking promote the movie. I don't know how many like children, 9-year-old kids are going to Scream, but I mean, I think it would be something cool. People would talk about it. Something like that.
What's that like number one game? Like right now, what is it? Valiant or something like that? I don't play games, so I just have heard of it. There's like a game called like Valiant or whatever, or something like that. maybe somebody in the chat knows what I'm talking about. But anyway, it's like the #1 game right now, and like all the esports people and everybody, like they just got like picked up. I was watching Moist Critical the other day. And he was
Nice.
Valorant. There you go. Thank you, Bluck. I knew somebody would figure it out. Yeah, Valorant. Maybe that. I have no idea if there's even I've never even heard of the game until like yesterday. But yeah, Dustin. Yeah, Valorant. Thank you. Yeah, but I could see them. You know, maybe you work out some collab if it really is like the biggest game there is right now. Like, try to get in and just say like, hey, you know, let us create a character for you or whatever. Like, throw it up. Like, it's easy.
Run around as Sydney in Fortnite.
Right?
Think about how funny that would be.
So,
What would have been crazy is I don't know, they did some promotion. I don't know if you guys know about Halloween Horror Nights. I go like,
yeah.
So they had released something on Twitter. It was a couple of months ago. It was a phone, and their slogan for this year was "Never Go Alone." And it was like a cracked iPhone. They had like splatter blood, and it said, you know, "Never go alone" in the messages. And everyone was like, "Oh my God, it's Scream, it's Scream, it's Scream!" But they never announced the house. Now the houses are announced. So that would have been a cool thing to do. Have, you know, Scream as a house for horror nights. I think that would have been crazy.
yeah.
Have they ever
I
done
agree.
something for Scream? Like Halloween Horror Nights has
Yeah.
been around for a while.
Yeah, they did it in like, I think it was like 2017, 2018, something like that. They had like a Scream version.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember I wanted to go to it. And because I went to like I used to go every year because I had a bunch of friends that worked there, but now I live in Vegas, so I
Nice.
I don't, and I'm old now to where my friends don't work there anymore. But yeah, like they've always had like a theme. Like I went to like the Chucky one, like they had where it was like Chucky Child's Play theme. But yeah, they usually have some kind of like theme. I went to like the Purge one. I think that was.
Oh, cool. Okay.
The Purge.
The Purge
Ooh,
masks.
that's cool.
Yeah, that
they
would
had,
be dope.
They had like I think it was the Purge one. Yeah, there was a couple of them. But yeah, I believe a Scream one. It's been a while. It's been a long time. Might even been longer than 2017.
I think it was like
I feel like
2014. I want to say like
maybe it
2014.
might have been around there. But
Yeah.
I know
Oh,
I know that they've done it before. Let me see.
I'm going this year for the first time. I've never been before,
Yeah.
so
Oh,
I'm
I've
so
seen
excited.
I go on
Nice.
Halloween this year, and they got the Halloween house.
What?
So-
Wait, you're gonna be there on Halloween?
Halloween.
I'm gonna be there on Halloween, dude. No fucking way. Are you going? Are you going to Florida, like the Universal
Yeah.
Studios, Florida, dude? Holy shit! Oh, I'm so meeting up with you, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna be there, man. October 31st. Got my tickets and everything.
Oh fuck yeah,
Nice.
dude! Oh, that's awesome, man. Holy shit! Oh well, no way. We'll have to talk about that after the stream. That's fucking crazy, man. Dope. Good stuff. Wayne is also throwing out some very good shit out there, saying, don't forget to like this, of course, and sub to all these awesome channels here that you see. Brandon from I Like Scary, who's amazing, Knight from the Night Watch Zone, and Tyler from Fate Decided. Subscribe to these guys, everybody. Do it! Or so help me God.
Real quick, it was 2011. It was 2011.
Oh, 2011.
So, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
That was a while ago.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Feels like it was
2011. I just
forever
looked
ago.
it up, and it was 2011. Yeah, so was when they did that. So I guess Scream 4 basically, right? Is that
Oh
what it
yeah,
is?
that's
So, like,
perfect for
it was,
that.
it was around when Scream 4 came out. Yeah, so okay, there you go. I knew that they did it. I just couldn't remember when.
Yeah.
My 39-year-old bones remembers 2011. What a good time that was.
What a good year.
Oh.
Great year. My 20s. I long for that. So I'm gonna throw this to you guys first. What is your ranking for all of the Scream movies? How would you rank all 5 of them so far? Brandon, we're gonna start with you. I know, tough question. Oh, throwing the crazy ones out there. I love it.
I'm gonna go Scream 1. You know, the first one, original. Scream 4. I know a lot of people don't agree with that. Scream 4 is my second. I love Scream 4. Scream 2.
Oh, okay.
I enjoy Scream 2. That was the first Scream I ever seen. So
Nice.
Scream 2. 5 and 3.
Gotcha. Okay.
I don't enjoy 3, man.
Yeah, not a fan. Knight, how would you rank all 5 of the Scream movies? Just off the cuff.
Yeah, mine is very similar. I go with, of course, you got to go with one. I think that pretty much needs to be universal. So I'm going to go with one. I'm going to go with 4, 2, 3, 5.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
5 at the bottom. Gotcha.
Yeah. I mean, and let me be fair. Like, you know, five had a lot of great things in it, but I haven't watched it nearly as many times as the other 4. You know what I'm saying? So that could change, you know, over time as I watch it more. But the advantage that the other 4 have is that I just feel like, especially the OG 3, they were so much more prominent in those movies, even in 4, obviously, you know. So that always kind of gives it an advantage for me. So
yeah. Okay. Mr. Decider of Fate.
That's right. Well, first off, it sounds like a little biased on Knight's ranking there. I don't know how I feel about that. But
why?
I was just messing. You know, but no, in all seriousness, 1, 2, 5. Although 2 and 5 could swap for me. Just depends on if I'm feeling more new school or old school. 3 and 4. I think 4 is, again, another bad movie. I mean,
wow.
For the Scream franchise. For the Scream
wow.
franchise.
That's crazy, man.
Oh,
I don't think
I've you guys want me to break? I've broken it down before. I will break it down very quickly for you guys. Why that movie is terrible, and you guys tell me I'm wrong. I'm telling you, like, after I break it down for you, you guys are going to have a different perspective on Scream 4. Okay? So if you like Scream 4, you probably want me to leave it alone.
I've always felt like Scream 4 is the only sequel to get horror commentary. Like, they nail it on the head about the remakes. The other movies like 2, 3, and 5 are kind of like, yeah, okay, like I see what you're going for, but just didn't quite hit as much as the first one. 4 is the only one that gets like that close to me. 4 is the only one that's like, okay, yeah, that's why we're feeling about all these crappy remakes that are coming out right now. Nice.
For a general movie, it's a good movie, but for like if you're comparing them to the other Scream movies, it's bad. It's really bad.
Locked says 4 at number 1. Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
And here's what's interesting about that. I want to put all these up on the screen real quick, because one of the most fascinating things I think about this franchise is everyone has a different ranking. I mean, all of these are different. This is awesome. Like, I just think that's awesome. To me, that shows that this is like a really special series. Everything brings something to the table, even if Fate hates Scream 4. They all they all bring something to the table. They're all fun. They're all beloved by somebody, and I think that's really cool. Me personally, I'm like 1, 4, probably 5, 3, 2. 2, I just don't like. 2 does not.
Billy's mother.
Let me put it this way: Scream 2 is the only one where at a certain point in the movie, I turn it off every time I watch it. Like, it is great until a certain point. It's the only movie I do that with in the entire franchise. So like, I see people like, where was the one with 3 all the way at the bottom? That's how I feel about 2. 2 is all the way at the bottom for me. Hot take, I know, but
that's what's so great about the franchise as a whole is, you know, like that you can actually make an argument for each film other than 4, you know,
because 4 is trash, right?
Because 4 is trash. But seriously, like it just shows how, like, I mean, how many 5th installments or 4th installments in a horror franchise can you say rank high, you know, for like, you know, those films? Like, it's just maybe like, what is it, like Saw? You know, like some of the later Saw films were really good, but like outside of that, like most franchises, once you start getting to like the 5th, 6th movies, usually there's like a general consensus of like, this movie's terrible. So, yeah.
Hellraiser, man. I'm going through the Hellraiser sequels because I want to rank all 11 movies by the time the new one comes out. I'm getting on to 5. I just had to watch Bloodlines again, and God, man, that is a chore to watch that movie, man. Oh.
After 3, man, or 4 was that turning point for me. It was kind of like, okay, we've pretty much abandoned Clive and all the cool shit. Let's just do some other stuff, you know. And I haven't even watched them all because I just abandoned it. I think after 5, for sure.
Yeah,
I was like, I'm done.
Brandon, have you ever seen any of the Hellraiser? Oh, sorry, no, I didn't know you were. My bad.
No, I was just gonna say, but I'm excited for the new Hellraiser to see what they can do, though. So
same. We need another good one. We need another good one. Brandon, do you ever watch those movies? How do you feel about the Hellraiser films?
That too, man. Two. The other ones don't exist.
Oh,
damn. Two, man.
Some hot takes going around tonight. I love it. Yeah. Oh yeah. No, dude. Two's my favorite Hellraiser. Yeah. Honestly, I love Hellraiser 2. Oh, yeah. Hits the spot in my opinion.
Who played? Which one was it where they changed it from Doug Bradley? Who was the guy that played it? Was it part 5? Right? Where they changed it?
I thought it was. Wasn't it 6 or 7?
Maybe it was. Maybe it was 6. Where they changed the guy and it was terrible. Like everyone was like, "What is this?" Like the look and everything was just completely different.
I want to say the first 8 are Doug Bradley, and then like the latest 2 were the ones where Doug Bradley's not in it.
No, there was one. There was one before, and they brought Doug Bradley back, and then they changed him again. There was somebody else. I know that there was one. What was it? Judgment or something like that?
Oh yeah. Was it a Judgment or it was I forgot the other name of it.
I think Revelations was the one for that.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I know because Revelation was the one that came out in like 2010 or whatever, right? Like that one was, and then, but there was Judgment was the one that came out in 2018, and then I know there was another one, where they changed the guy. It was like one of the.
They changed the guy. I love it.
Yeah, I was like, why did you do that?
They made him different. They changed it up. Well, they're changing it up again here. And speaking of changing things up, Jeepers Creepers 1 through 4. Oh, I know we haven't all seen the 4th one. Knight, I'm so sorry to single you out. But if we had to rank these though, how would we rank them? Brandon, do you want to rank these real quick? You look real excited to talk about Reborn. So.
1, 2, ... 3. Outer space, rocket in the air. 4, vanish into ashes. 4, like no, bye, see you later. 4, included in this shit, man. Butterfly, man. What the hell was that? It wasn't the creeper, man.
Those effects, am I right? Oh, damn. Good stuff.
Man.
Love me some good green screen. Knight, how do you feel about the Jeepers? Like just the trilogy. Just give me the trilogy. How do you feel about this?
I pretty much agree. I think it's 1, 2, 3, and then of course, I haven't seen the 4th one because that's what I got you guys for. Because you guys already gave me the inside scoop, so I can save some money. No, but seriously though, I think the first one is fantastic. I did enjoy the second one. There were some parts of the second one that I thought were really, really good. But I think overall, 1 was better, and 3 was just kind of like,
Yeah.
So I will say this, man. The Creeper, it's too bad because I think the Creeper as a villain can go in some really cool directions.
Right.
I want them
too bad.
I want somebody to take it over so bad. I want Netflix or Hulu.
It's a great idea.
Somebody to just. It's the best modern monster franchise there is. Like modern. I'm not talking about like Universal Days stuff. I'm talking about modern. The last like 20 years. It is the best monster creature film franchise there is. Like, it's just it's frustrating. But anyway, my ranking is 1, 2, and 3. And then I think 3 would have been better if it wasn't a Jeepers Creepers movie. Like, we talked about this the other day on the Collective, but yeah, outside of 1, 2, and 3, I think that's the order, but yeah, 1, 2, and 3.
See, I like Jeepers Creepers 2, man. I fuck with that movie. Like, I just really, that one's always been, I saw that as a kid. It fucked me up real bad. Like, just watching that kid get, like, kidnapped at the very beginning of that movie, it just fucked me up. That's the one that scares me the most. I love 1. Like, I think it's really well done. But 2's the one that just feels so much like I've never seen another movie that feels like this. It has this, like, Southern aesthetic. It's on a school bus for the majority of the time. It's so different. It's like okay. It's kind of, this is cool. Yeah. But I really appreciate 1. It's a cool movie too. Good stuff.
Yeah. Well, and what they did with part 1 for as little money as they had and stuff like that. Because part 2 is when they got the budget. They got like $15 million, $20 million, something I think, for part 2 because they wanted to make a real budget. The first one they did, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was under $1 million. Something
I can see it. I mean,
something around there, and they were able to make that like literally like a franchise off of that. I mean, credit too, you know. But
thankfully, it got some life in comic books. But I've never read any of the Jeepers Creepers comic books.
Graphic novels are actually awesome.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
I'll have to check them
They
out.
are. They give you like full backstories and stuff like that with the Creeper and like kind of. That's why I don't know why they can't make a better Creeper movie. You know, because it's like you have the blueprint already. Just copy and fucking paste the graphic novels. Like, just take it. There's your script. Like if you really wanted to just go that basic. But what's up, Sasha? But yeah, I just anyway, random.
But obviously, Jeepers Creepers Reborn sucked balls. We can all admit that. That thing gargled a testicle sack, in my opinion. What?
There's a Jeepers Creepers Reborn?
Exactly. Yeah. Gargled on a nutsack, in my opinion. But one movie that I don't think will suck any gonads is a movie that Castellar Garcia is talking about here, Terrifier 2. Does anybody have just a hot fucking take on this movie? Is someone like so excited for it and they're just, or maybe you're just like, yeah, whatever. Art the Clown. I don't know. How do you guys feel about this?
I'm a huge David Howard Thornton fan. I love Art. The Terrifier. I think he's an upcoming horror icon. If not, he's literally reaching for it because the first one was so. It just brought something different to horror. It's different. He's mute. He's like a mime, and then we just found out he's like supernatural. And in this one, I had actually got to go to a panel. I haven't seen her or nothing, but Damien Leone was saying, it's going to kind of touch on, art and what he is and how he's supernatural and stuff like that. I can't wait. The trailer got me so excited. I'm ready.
Oh yeah.
Right.
The kid Elliot looks very interesting. I want to see what's going on with Elliot, man. I'm excited though. I'm excited.
I feel like he's not making it through the movie. Is that awful to say? Like I'm just watching the trailer. Lauren Lavera's like holding his hand, running through the all that. I'm like, dude, that kid's a goner. Guy's a goner, man. I don't know.
Man.
Knight, let's get to you, but first I clicked on the wrong one. I want to say hello to my friend Yurdy G. What's up? What's up, Yurdy? At Orlando Airport, bring your ass to Halloween Horror Nights ASAP. Yurdy, me and Brandon here, we're gonna be there on Halloween. We're both gonna be there. Holy shit! So go to Florida, man. Be there for 2 months if you can. but Mr. Knight, how do you feel about Terrifier 2, Art the Clown's back in black?
Yeah.
I don't even know what I'm saying. I'm just making up words at this point. How do you feel about Terrifier 2?
I'm excited. I'm really excited. The first movie was bonkers crazy. Like they were just doing some things that I was like, wow. And it was like a throwback to old school. It had new stuff in it, which was it was a nice marriage. It was old school, but had a new vibe to it. And I'm excited for this new one. I really am. They said it's going to be crazier. The kills are going to be more outlandish. And I'm thinking it's going to be more outlandish than the first movie. I mean, yeah. you guys know one of the kills I'm talking about. Like, as I was watching it, I was like, are they really doing? They're doing that. And they show it like multiple times. So, but I think it's so cool, because he's like like Brandon was saying, like a new icon right in front of our faces. And if they can continue to do what they're doing and the practical, makeup and effects that they're using and stuff. And it's exciting. It really is to see this right now be in the middle of the growth of a horror icon, so I'm excited for it.
Hopefully we get more in the future too, man. I mean, they're promising us like Terrifier 3 and all that shit. Yeah, I'm like, hell yeah, let's make it happen. Yeah. Tyler, though, I know you had some interaction with Damien Leone on your page too. So are you excited for this, or are you kind of just like, the fuck? Get this thing out. Let's go.
I am. Shout out to Damien Leone. He's awesome. Like I've been very critical of like things. Because my thing is that like he's promised like 15 times like something and it never happens. Like that's been my biggest problem. Like it's like once a month he's like, we're getting this is happening, we're getting a trailer, we're getting this, we're getting that. It doesn't happen. But I'm excited for this movie. Damien Leone's awesome for a guy that like to be as humble as he is. I've had conversations with him. He gave me like some information and like was actually really very kind. So I maybe I have a little bias now, because I respect it, because he could have been like, fuck this guy, what does he know?
Right.
And for him to be like, no, you're right, but like let me help you understand better. Like I love that, like I love that.
Mm-hmm.
I think this movie's gonna be great. It's supposed to be the film that launches the franchise. And it's supposed to be more story driven, more character driven. Art the Clown's you're supposed to have a better understanding of him, stuff like that. My only concern, I don't want my biggest fear is that they over explain, because just like I don't need to hear Art talk. I don't need to hear why he does what he does. Like if you want to explain how he's able to come back and there's that little don't worry, I'm straight. Are you? Because if so, that's very disappointing. Okay. No. Yeah, I'll give you some besos. But thank you. Stop. You're just look, people in your chat are trying to get in my pants. This makes me sick.
Oh man,
this makes me sick.
All I have to meet to these people, and it's just man, prime rib. But no,
prime rib.
No, but there's the little character, we don't know what it is, but the little character that's supposed to explain stuff and things like that. This is all public information.
Brings Art back to life. Or
yeah,
whatever.
brings Bart back to this is all public information. So don't worry, this isn't something that I'm spoiling for people that don't know. But so I'm okay with knowing all that stuff. I just don't need to know what makes him tick, or why he does what he does, or it's just it's just one of those things. It's scarier when you don't know. It's scarier when it's just there's no real explanation. Like I have said, the greatest line in horror movie history, the history of horror movies, the greatest line ever is, "What do you think about them peepers, bitch?" No,
you're right. I mean, you're just right with that one. Yeah.
No, it's why are you doing this? Because you were home. That is the most terrifying fucking line there has ever been in horror movie. The
hard to argue with
no,
that.
No explanation, no nothing. I'm not saying that that's the greatest movie ever. I'm talking about just for a one line, that. Tell me that's not terrifying. That kind of stuff happens every day, and I love realism films, and so don't.
Dude, and 3 more Strangers movies too are coming out. Oh my god, horror fans are eaten, as they say. So
that's right.
Holy shit.
We
and,
ate.
Hell yeah. I just want to thank Carrie Crave Cinema too. Thank you so much for not 1 but 2 super stickers. Well, let me tell you, Carrie, I eat stickers, so now I have sustenance. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Sorry. Something, some jokes don't land. That's okay. But
you're going for percentages.
Yeah, there you go. Terrifier 2 though, I am unbelievably excited for. I seriously am just fuck, this could be the best horror film of the year. Hot take, and Brandon and Knight might want to cut my head off after this, but I might be more excited for this one than Halloween Ends. Hot take. But I don't know, man. We're gonna have to see. We're gonna have to. I know. I'm still excited for Halloween Ends. I'm still okay, it's gonna be good. I think there's hope. There's hope. But with Terrifier 2, I'm just there's no way it's not better than the original. Is how I feel about it. With all these positive reviews coming out, all this stuff about promising us a much more complicated story. It's 2 hours in 20 minutes, which I think is a little strange. But I'm still fuck yeah, let's see it. Let's see what they do with it.
What movie are you most excited for?
VHS 99.
Honestly,
of course.
Okay, yeah, I like hot take, and I'm almost embarrassed to admit that, but like I know I'm gonna like it, even if VHS 99 is like the worst movie ever made. I'm going to sit down and I'm going to love that fucking thing. So that's kind of my thing about that one. I know I'm the most excited for that, but like there's a bunch of good movies coming. Smile this week, fucking we got Terrifier 2, Pray for the Devil, Chucky season 2, Hellraiser. I mean, holy shit, guys! Seriously, what a time to be alive.
It is. It's good stuff coming, man. A lot of good stuff.
But with so backtracking a little bit to Halloween Ends. Speaking of that, is there anything like that you guys like want to see in this final movie? Is there like one specific thing you're looking for? And I'll also just throw this little tidbit in there too. Who's fucking falling at the end of this? Who's dying? Who's biting the dust? Who's getting stabbed in the throat? Who's it gonna be? Brandon, I'll throw this to you. Is there anything you're looking for, and who's fucking biting it at the end? I asked you this question already today, Brandon, but like, hey, you know, repeating stuff is everything.
So as much as I want Michael to walk into the sunset and him just be the first final horror villain, and just, you know, you can't kill the boogeyman, just leave it up to that. It's not going to happen, I don't think. I think, you know, they're going to take Michael out. It's all about how they do it, in my opinion. You can't. I know that the franchise doesn't count in this trilogy. We've done seen him get his head cut off. You can't even go that route. We're gonna be like, oh, H2O, they're pulling the H2O. You can't even do that. So you got to be smart. I just feel, to be honest, Michael's gonna check out, because David Gordon Green basically kind of touched on Michael being in bad shape, and that kind of, you know, brings to my mind that that's how Laurie's going to get the upper hand on him if he's really in bad shape, you know. And I kind of, you know, think about Halloween 5 when he said that, you know, how the movie started, he chokes the guy, he collapses, that type of in bad shape, you know. Yeah, I think Michael's going to check out. I don't know who's going to do it. I even said, what if Allison does it and Laurie checks out also with Michael and Allison walks out on top? That would be cool. Or just, you know, Laurie just finally takes out the monster and she walks out on top. I just don't see Michael, not even the breathing after the credits. I just don't see that happen. As much as I want it to happen, I think they're going to cement his death. So, and when they do it, I think it's going to be very brutal to confirm it. It's not going to be light. I'm talking, we might even see, in my opinion, we might even see something where, like, if you watched Christine and you watched John Crawford's Christine, you saw how they treated that Plymouth Fury.
Yeah.
You saw how they treated it. In my book, that's how I feel they're going to treat Michael. If David Gordon Green sent us Christine, like, you know, that's my opinion.
Somewhat positive ending coming then. Okay. I see it, man. I kind of agree with you. I think that Michael kind of has to die for Halloween to end, technically, but that's just my opinion. Yeah. Night, who's going down? Who's going down at the end of this?
Well, you know, I've kind of said for a while that Michael won't die, and that doesn't necessarily mean that Laurie lives. But I will say, and I said this on the collective, you know, in the last couple weeks, I've been starting to wonder, you know, based upon what has been said, especially from Jamie Lee, you know, that maybe she will survive. But part of me, I don't know, man. Part of me still thinks that when you say Halloween Ends, to me, part of me almost still thinks it's not about Michael, and you know what I mean. And I could be totally wrong. I really could. But one thing I've been wondering is, you know, if he doesn't die, maybe it's not so much a question that one of them have to. You know what I'm saying? Like there'll be some weird type of twist at the end where it's not really a question that one of them have to die. And I've talked a little bit about that and got other things that's weird theories. But that's how I'm looking at it, man. I think... Yeah, I've just always been thinking Michael is not going to die. How that happens, I think it could be some interesting ways. But that's how I'm looking at it, man.
Do you want to see him like get away, or do you want to see him like how would you want that? I'm just curious how you would want that ending to play out. Essentially,
at one point, I was thinking that he was just gonna wreck shop Like at the end, it's going to look like they're going to have the upper hand, and then he gets the upper hand and so forth, and he's basically the last one standing. But now, my angle to it is a little bit different, because I think Allison will live, but I think it's going to be the way it all happens. I really, really do. But I don't want to get too deep into it, because it's like, it's like all these different angles and theories to it. But I just think when you hear everyone talking about it's going to be different and weird and so forth, to me, if that is true, if it's true, and maybe it's not, but if that's true, to me, it wouldn't make sense that just either Michael dies or Laurie dies. You know what I'm saying? I would think it would be a little bit more complicated than that, but maybe it isn't. Maybe I'm just so blinded by my, fandom for it. And it could be that. It really could.
Yeah.
But I think it's gonna be something weird at the end. Like a certain way that one of them survive. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So
I'm still on the fence with some of them, like maybe one. I still think both of them are going to die. But real quick, Fate, I'm going to throw it to you in a second here. Got a few super chats I want to talk about. Legion, thank you so much. Legion threw in 2 super chats as well, so thank you so much. Asking about the new Dahmer show that's coming on. It is on Netflix now. I have not watched it yet, but I have heard that it's pretty good, actually. My friend who's really into true crime says it's pretty cool. It's like they did it right. They didn't idolize the guy. Like, I remember a lot of people were like thirsting over like Zac Efron. I can't remember did he play Ted Bundy? Was that who it was? Yeah. I remember a lot of people were like, oh God, he's so hot. That's so awesome. And it's like, this is not that at all. This is showing you the dark side of Jeffrey Dahmer and all that. And it's really cool. I haven't seen it yet. Like I said, this is just going off of my friend's review, but it seems really cool. And I'm interested in this whole angle about him being like it's almost like a slasher show based on true crime. So I'm curious. I'll absolutely check it out. Legion, thank you so much for throwing in the $5, and also Carrie threw in another sticker. Hell yeah, sustenance. Let's go. Thank you, Carrie. I appreciate that. Thank you. So getting back to this, Tyler, how do you feel about the ending of Halloween Ends? Is everyone going to live happy ending? Michael and Laurie skip into the sunset together like this, or are they both dying? One of them's dying? How do you feel about this?
I think. Well, if we go through characters, right? I think Allison dies, or not Allison. Lindsay. I think Lindsay dies. I think Laurie dies. I think Allison lives, and I think Michael will be to the audience's imagination. Like, I think they'll have it perceived as like like maybe a close up or whatever of him, just his lifeless body laying there, and it's kind of like, is he moving? Is he not moving? Like, what is going on? And they kind of just focus in on that for a minute. Or you hear the breathing, and it's just like, wait, was that the end credits, or was that really him? Like, I think they'll kind of leave it like open ended. I don't think he's going to like explode or like get decapitated or something crazy like that to where you could definitively say he's dead. So my guess would be that I think Laurie's I think that's just her character arc, especially in this installment, is just to meet her end. I mean, even in the trailers, you hear Laurie like, maybe I have to die in order to kill him, and like, I think I think they're preparing us for like, she's dead, so I think she dies. I think Allison they keep alive, so that way, if they want to or need to, they can continue with her. You have that character that you have that inherent audience, and I don't necessarily think that they're going to continue this installment or anything, but you leave that open in case one day they want to pick back up or something like that. Because I mean, this trilogy's made a lot of money, and it's gonna make a lot of money. So money solves everything. But
that's what John Carpenter said about the franchise.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly. Yeah. So What if this turns out to be, because they said that this is like really weird and like different, and what if this turns out to be like a purgatory, like Haddonfield, like Michael and Laurie are forever destined to die. Come back.
It was all a dream.
Die. No, not necessarily a dream. Not necessarily a dream. Not like the dream route, but like like the old urban legends and stuff, where like a killer is chasing a woman, and they both die, or like you get the car crash, the ghost car crash, in different countries. Like, what if it's something like that, where they're just living this cycle of like Laurie and Michael just perpetuated forever, Like, what if that's kind of how this ends? And it's like neither of them really are dead. It's just like they're forever tethered to each other. And that could explain why, you know, like the powers grow, like everything that Laurie says, kind of like you could make that make sense if you wanted to. Especially like I have to die in order for him to die, stuff like that. I don't think they would go that route at all, or at least I hope not, because then it basically becomes a supernatural type thing rather than a slasher thing. But I don't know, just things that they've said.
I got two things with that. First of all, Brandon had a really good point on his live stream earlier that I loved. He had a cool point about killing Michael like on screen, like chopping him up, like almost like that scene in Seed of Chucky, where it's like it's Glenn / Glenda chopping off all of Chucky's limbs, and he's just like on there and just like, oh my god, blood squirting out of him and all that. I almost think that could be really crazy and cathartic, but at the same time, the ambiguous angle that you were kind of talking about is also interesting to me as well. But like, to me, the thing that would separate this movie from the rest of the Halloween movies is to actually give an on-screen death to Michael. My comment section disagrees with me on this, but technically we have never seen an on-screen death for Michael. It's almost always been retconned or was going to be retconned. So I would like to see that definitively happen with no more continuations. And if Blumhouse is telling the truth to us about all of this, with what they're going to do next with the franchise is nothing, and they're going to give it to somebody else. And that's what I think is the truth. Just about everyone across the board is saying that about this. I think someone else is going to do it next. So to kill Michael in this movie would just be like, holy shit, they fucking did it. They did it one time. And what I've said is like, this is the 13th movie in this franchise. If you hate it, that's okay. Like, that's okay. They're probably going to make more. Like, there will probably be another Halloween movie in 5 years. I almost would bet money on it at this point because of how much money this trilogy is about to make. So I think it would be cool to just see it happen one time, just to be different, to stand out. And if we all hate it, okay, we all hated it. Cool. I just want to see it happen one time, just to do it.
I'm with you. I would love to see a Michael, like an actual definitive death. Again, I don't think he gets blown up or decapitated or something like that, but like, give us something that's confirmation that he's dead. Yeah. And
how cathartic would that be to see Laurie Strode chopping him up? It would just, like, to me, that would be like Endgame level, like watching Avengers Endgame, and you're just like, oh my god, let's go! You know, like that's how crazy that would be for me personally. I just think that would be dope. I don't know.
What if she chops up? What if she chops up Michael, but she doesn't chop off his head? And then at the end of the movie, it's like you should have aimed for the head.
Oh no! No!
Everyone
gets erased.
Oh no! Yeah, all of a sudden.
No, it's just that's Michael. Michael's alive. Like that's just like that's how you know Michael's alive. It's like
that's what he says. That's the lead up. This whole trilogy is for him to say that at the end.
He's just missing his arms and everything. He's just like laying there, and they just zoom in, and he just opens his eyes, and he's like, "Should have aimed for the head." And you just see his arm crawling over, and just like picks up and.
Then all of a sudden you can hear Silver Shamrock in the background. That would be some crazy
that's
stuff.
That's my movie, and I'm sticking to it.
Wow. Wow.
Jake, you got your next fan film.
Yes. Oh, I'm making it. It's perfect. Now, speaking of Blumhouse, speaking of what happens next after Halloween ends anyways, well, basically this entire team, for the most part, I mean, I'm barely even exaggerating here, from the Halloween movies, they're moving over to The Exorcist, which actually comes out next October. In a year, we will have a new Exorcist film. Not one, not two, but three across the span of the next couple of years or whatever. We have Dustin asking a little bit about that. How are we feeling about a trilogy of Exorcist films? If you've been watching this channel for a while, you know how I feel about it. But Brandon, I'm going to start with you, man. How do you feel about 3 new Exorcist movies coming from basically the same team that did these Halloween movies?
I just feel like The Exorcist is one of those movies that you shouldn't touch. In my opinion, you just shouldn't touch it. I don't see how you can do a trilogy of something that's like that. Life change in a moment like that, someone having an exorcism done on them. I don't see how it's a part 2, it's a part 3. I just don't see that, you know. I just think it's one of those movies you should just, let rest. There's some movies that should be touched, and there's some movies that shouldn't be touched. And I feel like, in my opinion, people might disagree that Exorcist should not be touched because you can possibly affect the first one. It's like, if you touch a Halloween, you're not going to affect 78. you're not going to affect that. You know, but if you touch a Exorcist type of film, you can possibly affect the original, if that makes sense. You can like just vary it, and that's my opinion though. I just feel like you just let that just have its moment forever. Just don't touch it, you know.
I feel you on that. I love that original movie, and I think we all in the collective talked a little bit about like some of the sequels, and it's cool, it's good stuff. But I'm almost just like, okay, we did that, you know. And there's a million exorcism movies just in general. I'm kind of just like whatever about it. But Knight, moving on to you, good sir. How do you feel about new Exorcist movies? My God, I got to stop drinking pop. But how do you feel about that?
Well, yeah. I'll throw this out there real quick before I got to get ready to run. But I agree with Brandon. I mean, I think the original it's a bona fide classic. It's still one of my favorite horror movies ever. It's still one of the few horror movies that still really gets to me. You know, it's this creepiness to it. William Friedkin, the way he filmed it, the way he directed it, the acting, everything about it is just so top notch. But I will say, like we said on the collective, 3 is really, really, really good. And a lot of people don't talk about that, but George C. Scott, they pulled it off. And Brad Dourif, it's amazing. If people haven't seen Exorcist 3, check it out. And it's totally different than the original, which was smart for them to do. So I'm wondering, you know, they're so excited to be moving on to this Exorcist project. They must have, I would like to think, and I could be totally wrong, but I would like to think they must feel at least like they've got a great idea to go back to the Exorcist and not make just one, but a trilogy. Now I don't know, maybe not. So I am curious about it, but I agree. It doesn't need to be done. It probably shouldn't be done. I can't imagine that it would be anywhere near what the original is. But I am curious. I will say I am curious because, you know, these guys, you know, they've got a lot of creativity and they must feel like they got something special because they're going, you know, full to the well with it. So I don't know. But I'm real curious.
Can they recreate what they did with Halloween 2018? That's the big question for me. Like, if this first movie doesn't hit, I don't think the rest of the trilogy is going to work. So that's the thing, man. I just feel like they're shooting themselves in the foot by announcing a trilogy already. You know what I mean? Like, just going off of some of the points you made. I just hope they can do that. And you're right. This is a cool team of people. Like, these guys are truly super creative. I think whether you like these new movies or not, they're very creative. You have to at least admit that from the Halloween franchise. So can they do that with The Exorcist? I don't know. 2 totally different IPs. But Fate, how do you feel about all this? Exorcist, no Linda Blair either, something I didn't even bring up yet. But how do you feel about 3 new Exorcist movies from Blumhouse?
First off, it's the trilogy that you didn't ask for, but it's the one that you need. That's what this is.
Oh, okay.
No, I think this is gonna be absolute dog shit.
All right, cool.
I think that they're riding a wave. I think Blumhouse is in the business of taking all these old classics and turning them into more modern films. I think that's all this is. I think this is just like, we just had major success with doing it with Halloween. What else can we do? Oh, there hasn't been a Exorcist movie in the last, 30 years. It's just, I do. I think that this is just, they're just making this to make it because they have the IP and they want to do it. And I think you're going to get this trilogy and they're just following their blueprint. All of the movies that they're putting out are the beginnings of trilogies. And I just think that they're just following, copying, pasting what they did because it worked. And they're like, well, that worked, so this will work. And I mean, you already hear, Jason Blum wants to get the Friday the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise and all that stuff. Like,
Robert's not that old. Yeah, Come on.
This is his MO. He wants to take all of the original film or all the all the classics, horror classics, and turn them into modern takes, which I'm not really big on. I think that that's just a cash grab. Like, I think it's just, I mean, if it's a good movie, it's a good movie. I mean, you can make the argument all movies are cash grabs, right? That's the goal, is to make business. But there's making movies for money, and then there's just like, you don't have a single person that can write an original story, do you? Like, that's my problem. Like, it's just like you never see any like original stories coming out of that studio.
Blumhouse was founded on original stories, though. In all fairness, I mean, as of recently, you're right. I would say most recently, it's been mostly about like whatever's popping. Halloween. The Black Phone was a Joe Hill story. So I mean, I get the criticism, but Blumhouse was based off of some huge horror classics like Sinister, Insidious, Paranormal Activity. I mean, whether you like those films or not, they're big movies. You know, they made a lot of money. So I still have faith in Blumhouse. But I do kind of agree with you. They're riding a wave right now. I would like to see them venture back into original horror at some point.
Me too.
Yeah.
So I gotta get out of here. I had to leave at 5:30. So
I gotcha. I know you and Knight had to go. But guys, I seriously, I just wanted one more time before you guys got to go. Please make sure to check out these guys' channels. I'm really thankful for you guys being here on this little stream. It was so much fun. Always a great time talking with both of you. So seriously, thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate it.
Absolutely,
Happy
man.
birthday. Happy birthday.
Thank you
for having me.
Of course. Hell yeah, guys.
It's always fun talking horror, man. And like I said, you know, we always have a good time, and the chat's always great on all of our channels and stuff. So it's fun, man. But seriously, happy birthday. I mean, I just hope it's a great day, and keep celebrating, man. Birthdays isn't just one day, you know, make it a days and stuff, you know. So
I don't know, man. I don't know. But regardless, I just thank you guys for being here. It really means a lot. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for talking horror. It's good stuff.
Absolutely, man.
Thank you. Have fun.
Of course.
Be safe. You know, don't get too crazy. You know,
no promises.
You got to make it to your 40th. You know, so I need
right. Yeah. One more year. One more year.
You know, don't get too old. Whatever. We need you on Monday. You know, cause
right.
If you know, this guy over here, if I have to, it's just me, him, and Craven. I'm just, you know, I need
Damn.
somebody. You know, it's just
throwing some diss towards Night.
I
Shit.
know.
I was itching my nose.
Yeah. Okay. I see what you're doing there. All right, well, guys, thank you so much for being here again. I appreciate it. Much love to you both. Subscribe to their channels. Do it or I'll cry my eyes out. Peace out, guys. Bye.
All right. Peace. Later, guys. See you, Brandon.
Later, Night.
See ya. All right. Well, let's keep the stream going. Let's keep this show on the road. Brandon, however long you want to stay too, just feel free whenever you got to cut out. No worries. I'm just gonna be going because I'm just vibing tonight. This is what I like to do on my birthday is just talk about horror movies. So fuck yeah.
I got about 30 left in me.
30 left in you. Hell yeah. Let's do it. Let's answer some of your burning questions that some of y'all have. So. Something I just thought was really funny that I just wanted to throw out there real quick was Locke saying Laurie could be carrying Michael's head. You see him wink at the camera before it cuts to black. Iconic. They should hire you. I think that's awesome stuff. Brandon, is there anything in the horror space right now that you want to talk about specifically? I'm so rude. I don't even ask my guests if there's anything they want to talk about.
I mean, I'm pretty much, you know, I'm all around. I'm excited for Smile, you know. Ian's, Terrifier, Scream, the Chucky TV show. I love everything, to be honest. So anything that's horror, I enjoy. So I can talk about anything. You know.
Hell yeah, dude.
For sure.
Well, with Smile now, we got Smile coming up this week. I know I'm going to be able to see it this Thursday. I'm really excited for that. Are you how are you feeling about this movie? I'm hearing mixed reactions from people so far. What are you thinking so far about this one?
So from what I've heard, you know, I kind of thought it was a truth or dare type of movie, but I'm hearing that it's different. I'm hearing that it takes a different route. Has a lot of creepy moments. You know, in the trailer we don't get too much, but them just smiling and stuff like that. But from what I'm hearing, it's like, wow. So I'm excited to see what they do with it. You know, I want to see. It's called Smile, and you know, in the trailer we just kind of see people smiling. It's creepy, and we get the scene when the chick comes up to the door and her neck comes, and I just can't wait to see what because it's new. I love seeing, you know, new horror movies be brought to us, and hopefully, you know, they just make their mark. You know, that's why I'm excited to see it, and, you know, just see something different. Sometimes, you know, burn out different stuff, and it's like, I want to see something different, so.
I think that's the biggest thing I'm worried about with Smile. Like, I think it has the potential to be this different, like, oh, okay, they took a whole new route with, like, this very familiar concept, but that's just it. It's a little familiar to me. I'm like, it's maybe a little too familiar to borderline like, oh, I'm gonna watch this and be like, I've seen this movie before.
Yeah.
I hope that's not the case. But I'm excited to be surprised. You know what I mean? I hope I'm surprised. I'm going into it with kind of like middle of the road expectations, but it had a really strong trailer. I mean, like you were talking about, dude, the head coming down, that was a really good jump scare in my opinion. So I'm excited for it. But speaking of new movies, have you seen Don't Worry Darling yet?
I have not seen that yet.
Don't waste your money.
Right, thanks, man. Thanks, man.
Yeah, that's all I gotta say about it. I was like, wow, okay, well, yeah. But yeah, I'm excited for it. I'm excited to do a review of it. Smile looks good. Smile looks cool.
I agree.
But starting off next year, we do have another movie coming out at some point. Megan with a 3.
Yeah.
All right, have you heard anything about this one?
Yes, man. I'm excited for Megan. It's about like I don't know if the doll's AI. I want to say it's AI. It's about a doll with possession, almost like a Chucky, but like a female Chucky from what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
And I heard at I forgot. It was like at a film festival or so they showed like a glimpse of a freaking the trailer. And I guess the doll like walks on all 4 like Reagan, and it's weird. Like it's weird. I'm like, what, a doll did that? And you know, I'm just excited to see that because we haven't had a doll movie, and you know, in my opinion, but Chucky. Annabelle doesn't count. She doesn't do anything. You know, they're saying Megan, she's walking on all 4. You know, she's having fun. So I want to see what it's about, man. I'm excited to see it.
You know, this just brings up a weird thing that I love talking about. Like, Annabelle never fucking does anything. Like, seriously, it is just like it's Joseph Bishara in a demon suit running around. I'm not complaining. He's one of my favorite creature actors. I fucking love him. Yeah. But why? Like, come on, Annabelle, just walk around with a knife or something for 2 seconds. Jesus Christ, I'm not asking for much. That last movie was so campy too. I was kind of expecting like, oh, okay, yeah, they'll have her running around or something. Finally, that would be dope. But no, nothing, man. Brandon, I don't think we talked about the Black Phone yet. Have we ever talked about that one?
No, we have not talked about the Black Phone, man.
Any opinions on that? Like any hot takes? Or...
I love the Black Phone. Like, it was that movie that we needed, in my opinion. Ethan Hawke, I've never in my life, I'm talking like watching Training Day and stuff like that. I'm like, hold up. This is Ethan Hawke with this mask on. And I'm telling you, man, I'm so happy they announced like the prequel because I really enjoyed the Black Phone. Like a lot of people are like, it was so good in my opinion. I like the scenery. I loved how the kids, came about it, and it just felt real. Some movies don't feel real. Black Phone felt real. Like when I left the theaters, I'm like, man, I'm looking at every house like, what's up with that basement? I mean, it got me good, man. And I enjoyed it a lot. I just love Ethan Hawke. It's like he knew what he was doing. For him not to even do nothing horror and decide to have some fun and do the grabber, it's like, man, he made his mark.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I love his horror movies too. I mean, like any horror movie with Ethan Hawke is like that's an immediate watch for me personally. I fucking love it. And holy shit, guys, we got Bloodbath and Beyond here. What's up? What's up? Holy shit, how's it going? Showing some love for the Black Phone too. Fuck yeah, all the good shit there, man. I like the Black Phone. I was digging it. I thought it, like I had a few issues with the first act, but I loved the second act onwards. I loved. Like I thought it was fucking amazing. The theater I was in was cheering, going nuts for the fucking ending, which like I haven't experienced that personally in a theater since like Halloween 2018, which was fucking nuts. Like people were going nuts for the ending of that one too, which was great. So that to me was so exciting. It definitely like elevated it a lot for me. I definitely need to watch it again, which funny enough, after this stream, I have it queued up on VOD. I'm fucking watching it. Like I'm so excited. I'm excited to do a rewatch of it. So it's going to be cool.
Yeah. And they have the house at Horror Night. So
yes,
I can't wait for that, man. The house is at Horror Nights. I'm excited.
So it's like it's a Blumhouse house, right? Because it's got like I saw like Freaky. They were advertising Freaky with that too. I want to say no.
I'm kind of worried about it though because I've been going to Horror Nights for 6 years, and you know they're known for doing the Blumhouse mix-ups. They usually do like the Purge. Like one year they did the Purge mixed with like Happy Death Day. It was like, but I'm hearing great reviews about the Black Phone and Freaky House. Like people are saying it is crazy. So
hell yeah.
It's gonna be nice, I heard, man. So I can't wait.
Well, anyone who's just joining us, speaking of Halloween Horror Nights, me and Brandon from I Like Scary, we just found out we're both going to be there on Halloween. How about them apples? Holy shit.
That's crazy, man. That is freaking crazy.
Like, what are the odds? That's crazy, man. That's just so cool. So, if you're in the Orlando, Florida area, come hang out at Halloween Horror Nights with all of us. So, there you go.
I can't wait, man.
I've never been. Like I was telling you, like I see it every year. Like I heard about all the houses, and I'm like, I just can't get down there right now. Fuck. And now I'm finally just like, I'm doing it. So I'm really excited.
Life changing, man.
Yeah.
It's like it's my favorite thing to do in life. I swear, for a horror fan, man, Universal, they literally take you through the movie. That's why I think I like it so much. It's like they put you in your favorite movie. I remember going through the Halloween 4 house, and I'm like, God, in Stranger Things and everything, it's like you're in the movie. That's why I think people love it so much, because they put you in a movie. It's crazy.
Oh, man.
I can't wait for you to see it, man. It's crazy.
I'm so pumped. I remember the Killer Clowns, I think was last year, right? Or something like that. Yeah. I wanted to see that so bad. Like I fucking love that movie. It's one of my all-time favorite B movies. And I'm like, oh, I really want to go through that maze, and I just couldn't make it last year. So I'm so glad I'm going this year. We have a lot of really cool houses. I think it's going to be sweet. And Brandon, you're from Ohio. You probably know this. Like where I'm at, there's like a haunted house every like 2 miles. Like every 2 miles, there's some kind of crazy haunted house you can go to. I guess that's not the case in every state, but like in Ohio, holy shit, we go all out. In October. It's insane. Like I'm already starting. They're already out. Like they're everywhere. You can go to, just walk down the street. You're at a fucking haunted house. Oh shit. What? I'm trying to go to the bathroom, and now I'm walking through some guy's jumping out and scaring me. God damn it.
I agree, man.
we also have some hot takes in the chat that I want to throw up on the screen real quick. Nope. So disappointing. Worst Peele movie ever. Thoughts. Oh. Brandon, I'll let you start this one off.
Oh man, because look, man, this is a good question, because I really do love Jordan Peele, like so serious. I love his movie so much. Us, Get Out, and I had high expectations for this movie, but I'm gonna tell you guys something in the chat. You have to watch this movie differently. Like I haven't seen it a second time, but I think. Because Jordan Peele has the mind of something different. Like his brain is so different, man. Like I do not get how he thinks the way he does. But it's definitely not what I'm used to with Jordan Peele. It is definitely not. But I see what he was trying to do. That's the thing. I'm not going to sit here and bash it like Reborn or nothing. I seen his vision. That's the thing. I don't know if it will. I don't think it was, it was hitting the way he thought it would hit when he had it on paper or whatever. I think he thought too deep about that. And in my opinion, it is the worst Jordan Peele's movie, because of you kind of set the bar high with Get Out with Daniel Kaluuya, then you kind of follow up, with Us, in which was crazy. I know a lot of people enjoy Us. Us is one of my favorite horror films, but it's the worst, man. I'm sorry to say that.
Yeah, I will say, I agree with you there. Like it's my least favorite personally, but I still really enjoyed it. Like there's so much to chew on with Nope, I think, and that's to me why I wasn't disappointed with it. I was more just like I was kind of expecting something else, but at least like Jordan Peele always delivers in like the shit you can talk about. I mean, there's so much you can dive in there with that. The shoe, the monkey, the fucking, everyone getting sucked up into the spaceship. There's so much to unpack with that movie. Steven Yeun's character, his reaction to that super traumatic event that he kind of paints this hilarious picture of by comparing it to an SNL sketch. He remembers that better than he does the actual event, is how it at least comes off. It's fascinating to me. Like I could watch all of his movies. I feel this way about all three of them. I could watch them a million times and take something new away every single time. And that to me is so fascinating. Like he's an amazing horror director, really one of the best of our times, I think. And we got Bloodbath and Beyond ranking them. Get Out, Us, Nope. For me, I enjoy them all, though, regardless.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to disagree with that ranking, you know? It's like...
It's just like, in my opinion, if I can give somebody some pointers on Honesty Nope, you have to, this is what I learned with it. You got to kind of watch it like Jaws. You got to kind of watch it like a creature feature. And once I think you master that, you'll be like, oh, this is good, you know? This is very good. You can't go in and watching it like, you know, a movie you're thinking you're about to go see. He thought deep on this one. He thought real freaking deep. Just watch like a creature feature. I think you'll be fine. That's what make me, you know, love it a little more instead of just completely hating and throwing it in the trash. You got to kind of watch it as that, you know, and see the good stuff in it.
Yeah, it's way goofier too.
Yeah.
I think that's another thing that turned people off to it, like the flying purple people eater. You know what I mean? Like all that whole sequence. Yeah. Like my buddy was like was just cracking up that whole time, and I'm like, yeah, that's funny. You know, it's great. It's probably unexpected. I think if you came off of if you became a fan of his during his horror days, like with the Get Out and Us stuff of most recent, I could see being disappointed with this movie. But as someone who's like, I got into Jordan Peele with the Key and Peele stuff, like that was when I first had my introduction to him, and then when he became a horror director, I was like, hell yeah, let's go. To me, it was like, this was something that I felt like was always going to happen with his filmography. It was going to get a little goofier. You know, it was going to get to a point where it got like a little sillier. Maybe he wants to go back to his roots, whatever. I understand. I get that. I get that being a Key and Peele fan. And I would love, another thing, just going off of that, why the fuck has Keegan-Michael Key not been in any of Jordan Peele's movies?
I was thinking that. Why the hell hasn't he been? Like, you will think that he will put him, and you know, I know he'll do good in a Jordan Peele film. I don't know why. You know, I don't know why. And
just a cameo, you know, like just give me a cameo for something, you know, like I think that'd be great. But
something that else I want to kind of touch on, I want to see what you think about it, Jake, is, you know, Gordy. I feel Jordan Peele was on to something with Gordy. I love that monkey scene. Like, I don't know what it was, bro. Like, when the monkey came on, I'm like, I want more of Gordy, man. Like, you killed that. Like, that's the Jordan Peele right there. Like, I can just see him going ape shit, literally.
Literally.
With Gordy, like, I love how he kind of brung, like, a creepiness to a fucking monkey. It was just like, you know what I'm saying, Jay? Like, it was so weird. I was so interested in Gordy. Like, every time I want a Gordy movie, Jordan. I want a damn Gordy movie, man. You know, I think that would be cool.
Like, the first time I saw Nope, I walked out of the theater and I'm like, okay, the monkey stuff was terrifying. Like, that was awesome. Yeah. But it, like, for me at first, it didn't fit. The more I watch it, the more I'm like, okay, it works. It's necessary. I get why it's there. Yeah. But I kind of agree with you. I'm like, I almost wish the whole movie was about like the sitcom, you know? I'm like, that was so fucking interesting right from the get-go. I would have loved to have learned more about like the whole family, you know, like how they work together, like their actors and all that. I would love for that to be its own movie that ties into Nope. Honestly, if they do some kind of continuation or sequel, that's what I want more than anything. Like, I think we're done with the story about the ship, honestly. I think they did that to its full potential. If they do something else with this IP, I hope it's something about Gordy. Like, I totally agree. I would love to see that as the prequel movie to this. I would watch that in a heartbeat. That would be fascinating to me.
I wish, man.
So we have Alec here saying that Daniel Kaluuya is directing a Dark Barney movie first of all, which is hilarious, to see this message of I love you will stand the test of time. I am wanting to talk all about the new. Well, going off of the Dark Barney thing, I don't know if that's true or not, but if that is true, that's really fucking cool.
Yeah, that would be crazy.
Like Evil Barney directed by Daniel Kaluuya. What would that even look like? Like, what would that even, how would that flow?
I don't know. I always thought Barney was creepy, man. I know we got Winnie the Pooh, you know, Blood and Honey. I mean, I guess anything is possible. That's true.
Hell yeah, dude. 100%. Sorry, my buddy Matt is in the chat making me crack up. Little inside joke from Red Right Hand. I can't talk too much about that, of course, but yeah.
Definitely, man. I hope that's going well. So I'm excited for that. I'm excited.
Thank you, man. We're really excited to bring it to you guys. So it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a little fun Scream fan film if you guys are new here. Making that coming out in December too. So self promotion over, I promise. just saying that. Bloodbath and Beyond is saying need an evil Barney movie. Well, we're getting evil Winnie the Pooh, possibly evil Peter Pan. Now let's throw Barney into the mix. Fuck it.
It's crazy, man.
Let's get a slew of these. I'm noticing horror getting a little sillier nowadays. Like there's some really dark stuff too. That has never left. But even like big studios like Neon and A24 are putting out some sillier horror films. Brandon, how do you feel about that? Like movies like X and Pearl, maybe even Crimes of the Future. Do you have any opinions on like when horror gets a little sillier, or do you like it darker? Because I know you were praising The Black Phone a minute ago.
I like, I'm a fan of both. It depends on how you execute it. Like X was, I know a lot of people enjoy X, but man, Todd West, man. See, I haven't seen Pearl. I've heard stuff about it. I haven't seen Pearl, but X, man, I loved it. It was so cool. But it's all about how you execute, when horror gets silly. You can execute a silly horror movie, like, oh, we're for that. And you can kind of fuck up a dark horror movie. It can go both ways. So I'm fans of both. It's all about how you execute it. But I would like to see them kind of tackle more movies up the alley of X. I loved it, man. Dude, yeah, everyone was great in X, right? Like even Jenna, like bringing her up too. She's such a small character in that, and she stands out so much. Like she's such a phenomenal actress. And then we have like Kid Cudi too, which is a wild card in my opinion. And he's also amazing. He's maybe my second favorite character to Mia Goth. I'm like, holy shit, he's amazing in that. I loved X. If you haven't seen Pearl yet, I once again highly recommend. I don't like it as much, but still really good. Some people say they like it more, which I find I'm like, that's awesome. Hell yeah, but I gotta check it out.
And how was X silly? Well, it was pretty goofy to me, man. I mean, there's an entire sequence where you just got Brittany Snow and Kid Cudi just boning away.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
That's pretty funny to me. I mean, like it's how it's framed and all that. That's hilarious. There's some the needle drops in that movie too are fucking like great. Like some of the songs that they play, it's like, oh, this is fucking that's perfect. That's so funny. So I don't know. Just my opinion, but I think it's silly as fuck.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's silly.
What's the line about like, when you first meet Brittany Snow's character, she's like, oh, I want to own this nice house and sit out by the pool and tan these titties or something like that. I'm like, that's so funny. Like what?
Yeah.
Or Matt knows this line by heart. Feel how hard my cock is a line in that movie. So if that doesn't make you laugh, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, like that's hilarious to me. That was so outrageous. I was like, dude, come on, man. What? That's insane. That's so funny. But yeah. That's just my opinion. But Brandon, is there any other movies we haven't touched on from this year at least that like just really impressed you? Is there anything else that you've seen that maybe there's a wild card out there? Maybe something where you're just like, oh, this is something no one's talking about.
I'm trying to think, man, because a lot of the stuff is being released in October. I mean, Black Phone was good. Lupus are. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's probably something I'm not thinking about right now. Because I watch all time, even like low budget horror movies.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah, I'll hop on Netflix and figure something out. I don't know, man. I can't think right now. I'm trying to think.
Well, don't worry about it because we got an even better question from the Children of the Corn who are here. Wow. Holy shit, guys. Fucking celebrities in the house here. Happy birthday, Jake. Thank you. I appreciate that. Who's on your horror Mount Rushmore? Now this is pretty fucking tough. I gotta think about this. I'm gonna say we're gonna go with directors here. Directors. Who are your four? I don't know what. Fingers are hard. Four directors. Who are your all-time favorite? Brandon, I'll throw that question to you first.
All right. So I'm gonna have to go John Carpenter, number 1. Number 2, Wes Craven.
Great choices.
Definitely. Number 3, some of you guys might not agree, but I love James Wan. James Wan is different. I love the content, man. Number 3, James Wan. Number 4. Man, I'm feeling real. Man, I'm gonna have to put Jordan Peele in there. I really love. I love Jordan Peele.
That's a great answer. Seriously, yeah. I think he's in my opinion, with Nope, I think he's achieved like great status. Yeah. Like he is a great horror director at this point.
I'm comfortable with that. Yeah.
However you feel about Nope, I think to me it's like in my opinion, he's made 3 amazing horror films. I think Nope is my least favorite, but I think they're 3 very consistent, really fun flicks. So no, I agree with that. That's good. James Wan, also an underrated choice. I like that a lot. For me, I got to put David Cronenberg on there for sure. Like king of body horror. I mean, I just love a lot of his movies, and he's got such a diverse catalog too. Speaking of someone with a diverse catalog, John fucking hell, names are hard. John Carpenter definitely is on there for me too. Like those 2 are like my 2 like that I just fucking love. This is maybe too soon to say. Probably, but I would probably put Ari Aster on there, who did Midsommar and Hereditary. I like his body of work is not crazy. He's really only done some short films and 2 movies, but I think in 2 years, the guy. Oh, and Mike Flanagan is another great choice from Bath and Beyond. Oh, that's fuck. I want to put Mike Flanagan above Ari Aster actually. Mike Flanagan's made more good movies. You know what I mean? Like he just has a bigger body of work, but. Ari Aster doesn't have the biggest body of work, but in my opinion, in 2 years, he put out some of the most influential horror movies of the 2010s. And that's something to be talked about, I think, in my opinion. Juliana Smiley's throwing $5 in there with a little super sticker. Thank you so much. As I said earlier, I eat those things, so I appreciate that. Thank you. I appreciate that a whole lot. Mike Flanagan's super underrated. He's obviously obsessed with ghost stories, and that's not for everybody. We were talking about that on stream the other day, but I fuck with him. Like I love a lot of his movies. He rarely misses for me personally. Like every single feature film he's made, I really love. Oculus is a really underrated one. Love that. Matt's saying Ty West is getting up there. I like Ty West, but he has a few misses for me personally.
I agree with Jake.
X and Pearl though are like near masterpieces. I think X may actually be a masterpiece, but I agree. I do really like Ty West. Have you ever seen The Sacrament, Brandon? Speaking of Ty,
no, I've never seen The Sacrament.
That fucked me up. That is you want to talk about dark real horror? Like The Sacrament fucked me up, dude. That check that one out. Slow burn, but the ending's totally worth it.
Yeah.
Oh, some good stuff there.
Speaking of Mike Flanagan, I love Hunt in the Hill House.
I haven't watched that yet. That's good though?
What? Oh yeah, Jake, man.
I know.
You gotta watch that one, man. You gotta watch it. Hunt in the Hill House.
Okay. I'll have to check. I think I watched. I want to say I watched one episode of that one. I haven't watched Midnight Mass, or I think he's got like Haunting of Bly Manor. He's got a bunch of them too. There's like a shit ton of shows that he's got on there, which is awesome. Yeah. We got a few good suggestions here in the chat. Clive Barker, David Lynch. I'm assuming you mean Lucio Fulci by number 3, Dario Argento and Wes Craven. Man, dude, I might have to start. Yeah, I might have to put Lucio Fulci up there too, because I fucking love Zombie. Is that's my all-time favorite zombie movie, and it's just like some of his shit is so good. Like, oh god, he's gross. If you don't like gross stuff, like I get that. Some love for The Sacrament, hell yeah, good stuff. Some Rob Zombie love too. Rob Zombie in your top 3, hell yeah. Okay. He's made some good ones. He's made some good movies. And Chrissy's throwing $10 in the chat. Chrissy, thank you so much. I appreciate that, as well as the cool ass fucking Art the Clown thing you got me. Holy shit, thank you, Chrissy. It means a lot. Happy birthday, my friend. I appreciate the countless hours of entertainment you bring me. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Hope you have a super successful year. Thank you. I appreciate that a lot. But yeah, I really do. There's so many good directors. It's hard not to say the big ones. You know, it's hard not to say like a Wes Craven, a John Carpenter, but like I really appreciate the films of James Wan. I think David Cronenberg is like barely misses for me. There's so many other ones that rarely get talked about. I try to, whenever people ask me a question like that, I try to like bring up these other directors that I'm like, but guys, like you're forgetting about this. Like this guy's fucking amazing too. So yeah. It's tough. It's a really, really tough question when people throw something like that at me. So, but Chrissy, thank you so much again for the $10. I appreciate that. But Brandon, have you seen The Munsters yet from Mr. Rob Zombie?
I have not, man. To be honest, I am not a Rob Zombie fan. I mean, I enjoyed the 2007 Halloween, and you know, I'll enjoy this Halloween, but I don't know, man. I'm just not a big fan of Rob Zombie, if that makes sense. That's just my opinion, though.
I didn't get into Rob Zombie until I watched the Firefly trilogy. I'll be honest. I was kind of lukewarm about the guy. Like I was like, I love the brutality, but it's like I need a moment to breathe. I really only had I'd watched. I'm trying to think what I watched first. I think his first Halloween was the first movie I saw from him, and then I think I had seen the sequel too. But I just remember being like, I can't breathe when I'm watching these movies. Like it's just like there's no pause. You know, it's just it's constant brutality and like thrown at your face. I really like that in the Firefly movies. That works. It's the only place where I'm like, that amount of brutality totally works. But when it's Halloween, I feel like it doesn't. That's just my opinion. But I feel suffocated in some of his movies. Like, you know, does that make any sense? I don't know if that I don't know if that makes sense or not.
It's like it breaks with Rob Zombie. It's just too much, you know, brutalness and gore. It's like it's not no build up for me. It's not enough build up for me, or no breaks. You know, some movies have to have breaks where you can get more like all ready for the next scene or something. It's like, nope, we got you again. Smack, smack, smack. So it's a lot with Rob Zombie. I don't enjoy a lot of his films.
Yeah. I would recommend Devil's Rejects and House of a Thousand Corpses. If you haven't seen those, I do recommend those. But yeah, it's tough. Leigh Whannell is a great choice too. I think, like personally, I think Upgrade might be one of the most underrated horror films of all time. If you haven't seen Upgrade, I highly recommend that. Nobody talks about it, and it's like a fucking masterpiece. Like it is a 10 out of 10 movie in my opinion. Oh, so good. Good stuff. And The Invisible Man, his follow-up, is also great.
Yeah.
Did you see that from 2020?
Yeah, The Invisible Man. I loved it. I liked it a lot.
That scared the fuck out of me. It was
creepy ass scenes in there, man.
Dude, right? I was shit. Like someone invisible coming after you? That's like a terrifying idea to me. I was like, scared the fuck out of me when I left the theater. Mr. Rick is throwing $5 in there. Mr. Rick, thank you so much. Much love. Much love. Thank you. Happy birthday. What horror franchise would you like to see with a new timeline? Ooh. With a brand new timeline. This is really tough because I have a lot of theories on Saw. Like, I feel like Saw could really work if they bring back Tobin Bell, but it's almost like a continuation from like the first movie. Like, do the requel route with Saw. I know some people are like, I want to see certain stories continued, but I think that personally would work a little better. Hot take. Brandon, is there any like franchises where you're like, they should just clean slates, get rid of some of the sequels, just go from the first movie? Do the Halloween 2018 thing.
Man, that's hard. That is very hard. That's a very hard question because I'm kind of like, some things just need not to be touched, but some things I would like to see touched. That's a hard one, man. I don't know.
Do you like what they're doing with Halloween? Like, so far?
I think this is the most complete I ever felt with Halloween. The most complete I've ever felt with Halloween. Jeepers Creepers.
We got Jeepers. Of course, someone had to say it. Clean slate with that franchise. Yeah. God damn. That's so funny. But yeah, so how do you feel about Saw though? Would you be down for a Saw requel, or like, because a lot of people want to see Hoffman come back. They want to see what happened to Hoffman afterwards. Did he survive that last trap? Would you be interested in what angle would you like with Saw? Do you care about the Saw movies, or you kind of just like...
I enjoy Saw, but I would see them. I would like to see them be redone and modern dead a little bit, because a lot of people didn't enjoy the one that just came out with Chris Rock. What's it called, like Jigsaw?
Spiral?
Spiral, yeah, Spiral. It was another called Jigsaw, yeah, Spiral. I enjoy Spiral a lot. I like what they did with that with Chris Rock. I was so surprised that Chris Rock did what he did in that. I'm like, this is Chris Rock?
Dude,
like,
and Sam Jackson, too? Yeah. I'm like, Sam Jackson and fucking Chris Rock in the same scene in a Saw movie? Like, fuck, that to me won me over. I however you feel about that film, the talent there was fucking amazing.
Yeah, I love it. So if they can go, with that type of tone, in my opinion, kind of keep the original Saw feel, but kind of have that Spiral involved, I think it would be cool, man. It'll be more interesting, character development. When a character dies, you feel it, type of thing. I would like to see them take on Saw. Yeah.
Hell yeah. I love me some good Saw traps, man. I don't think I'll ever get sick about that.
Yeah,
sick of that. But is there anything else you want to kind of close on? I'm probably going to be wrapping up here pretty shortly, but I do one more thing that I want to say to everybody. Thank you guys so much for coming out. I appreciate you hanging out with me and talking horror with me, and all the birthday wishes too. You guys are fucking wonderful. I just love all you guys so much. So thank you so much for being here and hanging out, talking horror with me. Thank you. Brandon, is there anything you want to, any closing horror statements? You're like, this is a pressing issue. We got to get this out about horror films right now.
Something I kind of want to touch on with everyone with Halloween ends. A lot of people are not supporting like copycat type of idea. I'm gonna let you guys know something. The copycat stuff has been in all previous Halloween films. Halloween 2 we get Ben Tramer. Halloween 4 we get the same with Loomis, and the cops like, hey, Loomis, and it's like 5 Michaels. In Resurrection we get Busta Rhymes. Even in Halloween 5, people forget, Jake, where, we get the guy and he has the Michael get up and the cops get out with the gun. He's like, can I get your phone number? They've had this copycat stuff involved with someone dressed as Michael. We've never got no one to kill that actually killed. And that's different. But I won't be too afraid of it. I won't let I won't let that push you away from the movie. Sometimes different is better. I'm ready for Halloween ends though, you guys. I'm a huge Halloween fan. It's a great time to be a horror fan right now. Got Scream.
Yeah.
Jeepers Creepers kind of made me scratch my head, but we're good though, you guys. It's a great time to be a horror fan, man.
Another thing to add to that, Brandon, is how this movie is different, but what if the other side of that coin is what if this was the exact same thing as Halloween 78? What if they're advertising this movie as they were going to do the exact same thing? I don't think that would be better. In no case would that be better if they were just trying to remake the movie, essentially, again, in a timeline where you could make the argument that Halloween 2018 is kind of already that. So this movie was bound to be something different no matter what. So I think for that reason alone, I'm still optimistic about Halloween Ends, but I am still concerned. I'm still I have my dorky worries. You know what I mean? I have my they better do Corey right, or whatever. But I still think Halloween Ends is going to be something very fun and cool. I mean, there are so many fucking cool shots from those TV spots and trailers that I'm just already so excited to see in context. I think it's going to be great. It's going to be good stuff. Well, Brandon, where can we find you and your channel?
You guys can find me at I Like Scary on YouTube. Yeah, man, I Like Scary on YouTube. That's pretty much where I'm at. I do speculations, theories. Sometimes you catch me doing family locations, and I'm gonna kind of get into painting up these Myers masks. This is the season for me when I do rehauling and stuff. So you can catch me over there. Michael's like the face of the channel. I'm a big Michael Myers fan, so if you love Halloween and just everything horror, check me out.
Hell yeah, good stuff. Brandon, thank you for joining me on this crazy stream. I just really appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Man, I appreciate it, Jake, and man, happy birthday, man. I hope it's a good one, man, and you enjoy it. You're going live on your birthday. Bro, you guys, this man is going live on his birthday. If this is not dedication right here, you got to love Jake, man. He's grown to be an awesome friend in this horror community. And I'm happy, celebrate his birthday with him. So that's cool, Jake. Can't wait for Horror Nights, bro. That is fucking crazy.
Dude, fuck yeah, man. Well, that is gonna be so much fun. I'm so glad you're going too. That's gonna be fucking sweet. Brandon, again, thank you so much. I really appreciate you being here. And guys, thank you all for being here too. Thanks for celebrating my birthday with me. Thanks for just fucking hanging out. It's been a great time. Peace out, everybody. Don't forget to kill it out there. You know the drill. We'll be back tomorrow with some crazy videos. Thank you guys so much. Love you all.